Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. That's Delita. I am Travis. It is a new year, and that means it is time for day one
Raw!
for Raw.
The first WWE program of 2024.
And there's 4 things that I know of that I saw on the Twitter sphere, and that's it. We got Seth and Drew Mack. We have a tag team match with Zoe Stark and the Chosen One. Anyways, we got Ivy Nile versus Rhea Ripley. Can't think of her name. Shayna Baszler is the other one.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going up against Natalia and No Knees.
Yeah. No Knees.
Oh, not going to confirm or deny the rumors of former WWE champion.
I will stay tuned.
Yeah, that's stupid. Like, it's going to be a champion that doesn't mean anything.
Ew, a former one, too.
Could literally be anybody.
Oh, look, it's a Tony Khan thing.
It's probably going to be Brock.
I like that he played Tony Khan in that situation. We don't know who the person's going to be.
Well,
but it's going to be a surprise, but not really. Don't worry, everybody. Not really a surprise.
The man. So they're starting it out with the Becky Lynch versus Nia Jax match.
That's weird. We do have some people in the chat. Happy New Year to all you people. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Becky
for
Lynch.
January 1st, 2024. We have Walter in the chat with us. King of Memorabilia. Fantastic.
King of the Memorabilia.
Haven't seen you in our chat. Welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight. It says Happy New Year 2024 from Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Fantastic. Thanks, my man.
Thank you.
Well, Happy New Year from Idaho and the States. Chris Akane is also in the chat, and Sophie's with us. Words is out there as well. Did everybody have a fun and safe New Year's Eve? Hopefully, everybody who did drink were responsible with getting home correctly and safely. And if you didn't and you stayed home and did nothing like we did and watched movies or barely stayed up until midnight, congratulations.
Right.
You are now old.
I made it to 2, but...
Walter had said, hey, Travis and Daphne, Happy New Year. Walter also said, Raw tonight, 2024. Good AEW World and pay-per-view Saturday. Adam Cole was the devil. Chris says, hey, Travis and D. Walter says at 9:05, I'm going to be here Wednesday, 8 p.m., but I'm still in chat for now, but he's going to leave at 9:05. Sophie says, hi, Happy New Year. This will be the first Raw without Kevin Dunn. Walter says, day 1 Raw, LOL. And Sophie says, WWE is going back to 2-man announced teams, and this is the first Raw without Kevin Dunn. Words says, hello, people. Walter says, Becky
hello,
for the
Governor.
win. And Walter says, Mercedes Moné is now AEW, and Harley says, hello, Happy New Year. Well, hey, Harley, hope everything's going well for you. Hopefully you had a wonderful weekend in the last couple of weeks. We haven't seen you much due to the holidays, so hopefully you had a great and wonderful time with family, friends, and all that. Sophie says, so Kevin Patrick and Corey Graves are going to be the announced team for SmackDown, and Cole and Barrett are going to be on the Raw announced team. Okay. I don't even know who Kevin Dunn is.
He's that British guy that's on Raw.
Oh. No, that's Kevin Patrick.
Oh, Kevin Dunn?
Yeah,
I think Kevin Dunn was like a I'm pretty sure he does interviews.
Oh, Chris says it's Kevin Dunn. Camera crew gone, but still looks the same.
Camera crew gone?
So what does that have to do, Sophie, with the announced team? I don't understand why that would coincide together. What difference? That doesn't make any difference. That doesn't. It doesn't change anything. What? That doesn't coincide. Make it make sense. So he said, that, and Chris said, Nia, don't break
Kevin
Becky's
Dunn
face.
was like not a CEO. He works right next to Vince McMahon.
Ah, okay.
He was like I don't want to say a writer, but he might have been the head writer or something. Anyways, you never saw him. I don't even know what he looks like.
Well, there you go.
That's who Kevin Dunn is.
I guess he's a nobody. Chris says, Nia, don't break Becky's face and need that face for White Christmas purposes. And Chris says also Batista, Rock, and Andrade might be there tonight. So Andrade might be there, you're trying to say? I know that his supposedly last whatever on AEW was Saturday, but I don't know if that means his contract was up or if he was a free agent.
And if they put him on Raw, does that mean Charlotte has to go to Raw?
Walter says, good, Becky, good luck versus Nia. And Chris says Kevin Dunn is also notorious for the terrible camera cuts. That's the guy. That's the guy you guys talk about.
Yeah.
What a douchebag he was. Walter says Batista might be there tonight at Raw. Yeah, that's what Chris was saying. And maybe The Rock and maybe Andrade. Stephanie002 is in the chat. Hey, Stephanie says, sup.
Thanks for joining us this year.
Thanks for hanging out with us for this first Raw of the 2024
Right now, we're
season.
starting out with Becky Lynch and Nia Jax.
Yeah, they're out there. They're doing
pushing
stuff.
each other. Oh, there it is. Big right hand from Becky. Nia's just laughing at her, though. Six-time world champion.
6 times.
But that's in the 2-belt era. Not the same thing. It's like equivalent to 3.
Not the same thing. Not the same thing. So it says Bruce Pritchard is the last member of Vince's group to still work for the WWE. He writes creative for the WWE. Chris says lots of people saying Sasha to AEW don't care, if being honest. Personally, I do not either, Chris. I don't really care about that brand that much anymore. They've really kind of gone downhill since their beginning, which is really sad, considering that they should have had maybe plateaus, but definitely not downhills.
Yeah, I definitely feel like it's done. I might be done watching it myself.
Yeah, we're going to be making some decisions and discussions about that, so, because I might be saying that too.
It's just, I mean, now you got Samoa Joe as a champion. That's a tough watch.
Yeah.
On any company, let alone.
I know a lot of people really like him. I get it. There's like fans and stuff.
Well, everybody has a fan.
But I have never been a
fan. Fans, for fuck's sakes.
Stephanie says, you guys are amazing. Well, you know what, Stephanie? You're amazing. And we appreciate you being here. Walter says, Raw, new matches and changed the strapped off show looks cool.
Yeah, all the stuff in the back.
Oh, okay. Mike, what does he say? Like the stuff off?
There's just a different backboard, whatever you want to call it. A walkway. Becky Lynch has got Nia in trouble, but Nia, when's she going to turn the tide? Because you know it's coming.
Slap her ass. Oh.
Whoa. Oh, not my hole!
It's her hole! It's her hole. Oh, Chris says the reports have been showed that WWE has most successful year because of international plus shows and merch sales. Yes, it's a good possibility that because they're going to do a lot of overseas type of shows that they'll probably have a little better success in some areas, possibly.
Yeah, I mean, it was their best year financially that they've had.
Chris says WWE is hotter than ever. There's so much hype. That only problem is no big guys. Well, I don't know if I'd consider it hotter than ever, but I don't foresee the crowds. You know, they don't go off of what people actually want to see. It's just what they think they know. And so it's just weird to me. Stephanie says, who do you guys think is winning between Seth and Drew?
Probably Seth.
I'm gonna say Seth's still gonna retain that title and be the
unless
champion.
CM Punk comes down and interferes and costs him, and then that starts their feud. But I have a feeling that Punk will win the Royal Rumble anyway, so that they can just go ahead with the belt to WrestleMania. Although I don't know if they're gonna put the belt on CM Punk, but you never know with Triple H, because Tony Khan did it, and Triple H is baby Tony Khan.
Walter says Seth will win later tonight. Sophie says they're hyping up this former WWE champion. It could be plenty of people. And Walter says, now picture to picture like AEW, okay. Sometimes they do this, Walter, at about the first hour of Raw. But it's day one. It's kind of like
pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view is what they're trying to show it as. So, you know, there's that. Chris was like, God damn, Becky, I love those fucking fishnet pantyhose. It's way better when she wears different, like, tops and stuff, like what she wore when she first came back, but she stopped wearing those again. And I'm just like, girl, like, go back to what you were doing. You looked way better than these leotard shit. Stephanie says, don't forget Damien can cash in. He sure can, but will he make that title more relevant or just make it like it really is a participation trophy that somebody else is a champion? Because that's what it still feels like, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, Seth's trying. He's trying to get it.
He's working on it, and it's going to take time, but you got to give him that time to do it, too. So,
Day 1, baby. Becky's in a little bit of trouble. Is she alright?
I don't know. She's got holes in her pantyhose. Lots of them, and some big ones.
Are they a run? Is that what that's called? Got a run in your hose?
Basically. So it says Damien is able to cash in until whenever Money in the Bank pay-per-view happens. True that.
Yeah, and we don't know when that is yet, do we? Because I'm pretty sure that one's not announced. We got Backlash. We've got, which is going to be in what, France? Or Germany? Backlash? It's like France or something, isn't it? Or is it Germany? Cool.
Sorry, I was just reading something real quick about my Fitbit. It says that connected to the charging cable and then press the button located on the flat end of the charger 3 times. There's a button on the charger? What?
Yeah, it felt like there was something on the charger. Sorry, I'm looking up to see the pay-per-view list here. Dun dun dun.
I don't see.
So it looks like they're up on the top rope.
Oops.
It says Backlash France. So it is in France. For some reason I thought it was in Germany.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Did I break yours?
No. It's better now, so it's fine. Get her, Becky.
Well, it says on the charger. Where's the fucking button on the flat part of the charger?
There's no button on there at all.
Is it that? Do you think it's that?
If there's a button.
It has the Fitbit logo. Do you kind of see it? It's like really light.
Well, I see the Fitbit logo, but I don't see a button.
Is that where a button would be? There's no real button. No fucking real button.
Well, I don't see any flat parts. What's down here? There it is.
Anyways, we're back from that picture-in-picture. Oh. Okay. Can you talk for a minute?
Yeah, it was.
Thank you.
All right. There it is. Do you see the cannonball? She missed it. She's holding her hole. That's pretty cute.
Hey, Robbie. Thanks for being in here.
All right. 2, 8, 9. She gonna get in? Nia.
2.
Beaches herself inside the ring. Becky climbs up to the top. Drops the leg. That's not gonna do it. You can't beat Nia with a leg drop. There's a disarmer, though. They cut away with the cameras. Maybe there was something showing that wasn't supposed to. The disarmer. Nia is so strong. Becky breaks it. Now she's got her in it. Now this time it's deep. Can she get it? No, she got her in a triangle, but that ain't going to work because Nia is so strong. There it is, a sit-down powerbomb. That might just do it. 2 and 3. No, Becky just gets the shoulder up. They're going to have to distract her with, like, cake.
Okay.
And then come up behind her and roll her up. Like a birthday cake or something.
Not a birthday cake.
Or lasagna. Just something, you know. Pizza. Naya's like in her Saudi Arabia outfits. Although Becky looks like she is too with the long sleeves. There. You don't need that knee. That's that surgically repaired knee. Man slam. If she can get it. If she can get the man slam off the top. Oh, no. The Samoan drop. This could end it for Becky. It's life-changing. She did.
Wow.
That's it. No!
Ooh, Becky.
Poor count by the referee. That should have been over. He didn't extend his arm. He kind of tucked his arm. That was it. Nia should have won it. Watch the referee if they show it that far.
Stephanie says, who do you think is returning?
Is it a return or you think there's somebody showing up? Because if it's just somebody showing up, it's probably Brock for the Rumble, which, I mean, I guess is a return. But,
right.
I would assume he's going to be in the WrestleMania picture. So we might see Brock. And if we do, it's going to be during a Gunther thing because Triple H doesn't like Brock. And so he'll want Gunther to beat Brock.
Walter says, in WWE, anything can happen with Triple H. Yeah. And Chris says, would be funny if Liv randomly shows up tonight.
Yeah, she is a former champ. Yeah.
Sophie says, Backlash happens in May. In June, July, don't have pay-per-view scheduled yet for the WWE. Robbie's now in the chat, says, big up D and Travis. And Walter says, Daphne, that was cool. Ayla was at your house Saturday.
Yeah.
It was. Sophie says, technical difficulties again? No. Not with the stream.
Not that I'm aware
Robbie
of.
says drinking Bacardi is always a regret the next
That's
day.
it. Big right hand.
Oh no, that big right hand that broke her nose before may not do it again. Oh no.
That's got to be it. Look at this.
Chris says I'm
400 pounds down. Becky just lost. We knew they were going to do that because Triple H doesn't like her.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Now you know where Becky stands and the
with
whole
Triple
WWE
H.
and Triple H and everything else. So congratulations.
There's all the blood. She's all bloody from the punch.
Oh, the pretend blood.
Well, there it is, guys. We know where the veterans are standing.
That's too funny. Chris says, I'm so happy for my boy Gunther. He is away from TV because of the birth of his son. Maybe he will try to train him up one day to become a wrestler one day. Oh, that's really cool. He had a boy. He had a baby. I didn't know that he had a family and stuff. That's pretty cool. I don't look at their personal lives, so that's why I don't know. So it's like, I wonder what happens if Damian doesn't cash in before the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. The WWE never did that before.
He'd just lose it.
He'd lose it, forfeit it, whatever you want to call it.
I mean, he might be able to be in the next match.
Walter says, Becky, wear pants next time for the match. Oh my God, why would she wear pants? Picola's in the chat too. Hey, Picola says, Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year to you too, Picola. Chris says, no Nia with Yokozuna bomb. Hassan is in the chat, says, hi there, guys. Happy New Year Day. Happy New Year to you too, Hassan. Thanks for hanging out with us for a second. Walter says, geez, good match. And Sophie says, wow, I'm actually surprised how good this match is or was. Too bad they won't be able to do day one Raw after this year. Stephanie says, where can I watch Raw live?
You know, I would assume you could find it somewhere out there.
Sure, you'd have to just do some searching and stuff. Chris says, holy fuck, Nia wins clean with a fucking Yokozuna bomb. Stephanie's like, Nia Jax has won. Sophie says, I feel like whoever the former WWE champion that will show up will somehow be involved with Mania. Chris says, Becky gonna have to go under the table for H. Ew. And Sophie says, at least Nia didn't bury Becky. Blood Ninja in the chat. Hey, Blood, good to see you tonight. Says, Mahole. Hey, everyone.
Mahole.
Her hole. Sophie says, why couldn't they have done these special theme shows before this week? Why
It was,
would that matter?
You mean like for Christmas or something?
Do you have a phone charger in here? Is it this one? This white one?
That is a phone one, yeah.
I just want to see if this side one works. It's USB on the side. It does.
Does your wireless charge that?
The wireless up there?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I don't think they're wireless capable, are they?
I don't know.
Well, I'm trying to get it to like start up and reset, but anyways. We're in between matches, guys. That first match was Becky Lynch against Nia Jax. That was them coming together. Becky trying to tell whoever, Nia, like, I'm going to show you that I really am who I am.
Yeah, and a lot of things are going to change now that Triple H is running it. So you got to watch out for Cody because he'll probably start losing.
Yep.
Because I don't think Triple H likes Cody.
Probably not. Wouldn't surprise me any. Triple H is kind of a douche.
And so you'll start seeing guys like Johnny Gargano beating Roman Reigns and such. Because that's coming. There's no way it's not happening.
Sophie says, I feel like whoever the former WWE champion that will show up will somehow be involved with Mania. Chris says, Becky going to have to go under the table for H. And Sophie says, at least Nia didn't bury Becky. No, Triple H did that.
No, that's all Triple H that did that.
And Sophie says, why couldn't they have done these special... I already read that. And Piccolo says, K? K what, man? What?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Stephanie says, Rhea versus Nia. Who you got winning? Rhea technically should win.
It'll be Rhea because she's one of Triple H's.
It's gonna be her a little bit still.
It's gonna be all about Triple H moving forward, like Tony Khan.
Like if he likes him or not, because God forbid that he goes off like what the crowd may like or not like. Piccolo says, I'm watching the game, y'all. You should be because there's a good bowl game on tonight. Sophie says,
Alabama, roll Tide.
Couldn't they make these pay-per-view type shows every once in a while? And Piccolo says, it's a nail biter. Oh, the game is, huh?
That's what he did in NXT, and so you'll see it more on the main roster. It's a Triple H / Tony Khan thing. Tony Khan does it quite a bit also.
Yeah, he does.
You see it with like Winter is Coming and what's the gun one with the...
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
There's a gun one that he did.
Yeah.
But he does quite a few of them. It's the same thing. They're brothers.
Aoife's in the chat. Hey, Aoife says, Happy New Year's, guys. Hey, Happy New Year to you,
New
too.
Year.
Hopefully you had a fun and safe holiday. Robbie says, Nia Jax is a bozo. She wins the match, but she's not going to be good enough for the title. Chris says, I'm so sad because Shotzi got married. Shotzi breaking hearts worldwide. Oh, yeah, I didn't even know she got married. That's cool.
Yeah. Somebody's in love with her. Just heart's breaking. What a channel is that game on? It's ABC.
I'm not sure which one it's going to be on.
I mean, literally, I'll have to click on it and let it play. Alexa, what channel is the Alabama game on?
The 2024 Rose Bowl between 5th-ranked Alabama and 1st-ranked Michigan kicked off at 3 p.m. on ESPN. At the moment, Alabama football and Michigan are tied 20-20 with 54 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Oh,
so
not
no
even
network?
Worth watching it. It's on ESPN.
Oh, is that what she said?
Mm-hmm. It's a nail biter.
Alabama letting Michigan stick around, huh?
Yes.
Roll Tide.
Stephanie says, you guys are the best. Well, thanks, Stephanie. We appreciate you hanging out with us.
Woo-hoo!
Finally did it. Motherfucker.
I don't see anything.
It brought up the Fitbit thing finally. There.
Don't get too excited. Is it dead?
Yeah. Like it literally died.
But you charged it yesterday. Wasn't that?
Yeah, thought it was at 100, but maybe it wasn't. Piccolo says, right, it's a cold day in January. Wrestling special. Brandon Stevens in the chat now says, hey, Happy New Year, Wrestling Gab. Happy New Year to you too, Brandon. Thanks for hanging out with us for tonight. We've got Dick Suck in the chat.
Old Dick Suck.
Hey, Dick. Or is it Dick's Uck?
Dick Suck.
Says hello, everyone. Brandon says Ivy Nile win women's world championship. And Chris says, I'm surprised Longhorns are doing good. Taker was out there handing them Longhorns custom WWE title. Well, that's cool.
It was pretty cool.
It came up and then it went away.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just let it be. Let it be. Here comes Cody. Everybody's favorite AEW star. Now on, is it a safety? Oh, no, it's at the one.
Oh, God.
You can't get tackled backwards, so the ball's on the 0.
Right. Cody Rhodes is coming out, everybody, if you're excited about that.
That's what I told him, huh? Whoa. That's what I said. AEW's baby child, first child.
Stephanie says, there you guys is going to be live tomorrow on NXT.
I have no idea.
We haven't decided what we're doing for this new year. We didn't really talk about it for our New Year's resolutions. We're going to drop AEW and just do all WWE stuff.
Yeah.
Which would include NXT.
It is tough with Triple H there now to do WWF stuff, but I don't know. You can always hope that something happens to him.
It literally killed the battery, died.
Yeah, it's probably got a bad battery.
And then it restarted. No, it's been fine forever. Why all of a sudden would it have a bad battery?
Well, things happen.
And then it all the
come on, Cody
on it. That's pretty funny. Let's see, Dick up. It says, how are you doing? Great.
Doing
how are
fantastic.
you? How was your new year?
Were you
starting
safe?
it out on a positive note for 2024?
Anybody make any resolutions? Put them in the chat.
Pickle says, he's mine. Psych, it's cheesy macaroni, punk. Time to find out the TV schedule for TNA.
Yeah, right?
Chris says, I hate to leave Sky Blue, Julia Hart, and Tony and Saraya behind in AEW, but it's just not watchable right now.
It's so tough.
It's hard.
It's one of the hardest watches in television right now. And trust me, I've watched every episode of Dynamite.
Yeah, that's the hardest part of all, is that we have literally watched all of it.
But, I mean, I always figure, because New Year's is going to be on a Wednesday next year.
Yeah.
Could always start it back up then if it changes.
That's true.
Just take a year off to the day.
Off from it. Keep updated on it, maybe. So it's either we watch NXT and do this for NXT, or you guys watch me play video games on Wednesdays.
And if she plays video games on Wednesdays, then I can just watch NXT and keep you guys up to date.
Stephanie says, what is Cody doing now? He's talking to us,
Cody's
Stephanie.
just
He's out there. He is kind of in his wrestling gear, so that is that.
Talking to. If I can get my mic, I might be able to let you guys hear.
It's a new year. Folks like to talk about their goals, where they'd like to be in 2024, but admittedly, I'm a little stuck.
Yeah, Rampage is even harder.
And what I've gotten stuck
hard
on
to, say that about
is Shinsuke Nakamura. Don't get me wrong. I think we all know that Shinsuke is a force to be reckoned with in the ring, but with his rendition of A Nightmare Before Christmas, I was expecting something a little bit more
Luchasaurus guy had a contract
sophisticated.
and Christian wanted it from him, so he
See, I'm not stuck on Shinsuke Nakamura because of the things he said about my family. That comes with the territory. I'm not stuck on Shinsuke Nakamura because he tried to blind me with poison mist.
Such an Italian New York accent.
I am stuck on Shinsuke Nakamura, simply put, because this should be over.
That was the funniest thing I've ever heard. He's like, that went out before Wolf.
This should be
Chris said
over,
it's very
and
political, making
Shinsuke,
him a
I'm
fucking
going
lackey
to
for
give
the
you the
devil, aka
opportunity
Adam
to
Cole.
finish
See
it
that?
tonight.
Like, they couldn't have put him further down on a pedestal.
So go ahead, bring your poison mist, bring your poison words, whatever makes you feel like you can stop me from where I need to be, because this ends, and this ends right now.
Ends at
Right
day
now.
one. Right now. It's gonna
Right
end.
now.
Gonna end it right now.
Right now.
Can't let music play on there. Get banned.
Robbie's like, do you Travis? I can hear TV as the main
Cody.
audio on the stream. You can thank Travis for that, Robbie.
What is it?
That he can hear the
I-
TV as the main audio on the stream.
I just put the when there was some talking. I would put this, but unless you speak Japanese, you'd have no clue. So Texas won. They beat Washington. So we're gonna have Texas versus whoever wins this in overtime. They should have an armless wrestling match or something for it.
You say armless?
Arm wrestling match. And the reason I say that is
They should have a slap match for it.
and the reason I say that is because you watch a football game, and I'm sorry if there's any kickers in here, but you have these athletes who are stellar athletes, like top athletes, best athletes in the world. They play a game and they're beating the piss out of each other all game long, trying to kill each other legally. And it comes down to a non-athlete.
The kicker.
So why not just have it something else?
I mean, he's kind of an athlete in their own right. A
like
lot of
somebody-
the times they were like soccer players. or
like
shit.
somebody that bowls or something, right? Like just have it like who can get a strike first. They win in overtime. I mean, it's the same equivalent, right? Like I'm not just making something up. Or just
Right.
bring fans in and let the fans like wrestle.
Well, Shinsuke Nakamura decided he was going to come down. Cody asked him to. And people said, what's your prediction on the other game? No, it's starting in 15 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, where I'm located, I'd rather have Washington win.
Now, people, a question. It's starting in 15 minutes. What network is it on?
Yeah, I'll watch
Robbie
that
says
one.
Nakamura ready to ham on Cody. Is it on a major network? Like, ABC, NBC, Fox, or something like that? Because this one was on ESPN. ESPN.
And it could be on both, and it might get put on ESPN2 for the overtime because it was supposed to end.
Oh. True.
Oh my god. Come on, Bama!
Oh, bummer for them. They lost it.
It's not over. They get a shot. College overtimes are ridiculously wacky. They start the ball at like the 20. But Alabama has to score a touchdown now. Because they don't know how to tackle. To be honest, Michigan should just win this. If you give up that touchdown, you don't deserve to win the game, Alabama. And just walk away.
Yeah.
Because that's some bullshit.
Pico says, oh man, Blue Goddess. You're my boy, Blue.
You're my boy, Blue. Joseph Blue Pulaski. And he made the extra point. So the best that they can do is get a touchdown and go for 2 if Nick Saban had the cojones. I don't think he does. Unless they get a touchdown pretty quick. But look at this. They ran that in from the 15.
How did they get there?
That's where they start. It's overtime.
Oh, they just start them at the 15
Yeah,
or the
there's
20?
no kickoffs. There's nothing.
What?
Yeah, it's like I said, it's goofy shit. But
Pico's like, to answer your question, I have no idea. I just mod here. God damn it. Fucker. What the fuck bowl is it then? Does anybody know that? Or is that fucking information we don't know
Alexa,
either?
when is the Texas game and what network is it on?
Here are a few movies playing.
Alexa, stop. I got AI. It'll know.
Every single one of my fucking devices is like, I don't want to respond to you.
What network is the Texas versus Washington football game on tonight?
Aspen. I'll be on ESPN too.
AI is like, I have no idea. 8:45 p.m. So we got 15 minutes.
Yeah.
There.
Well, we've got like 10 minutes. Because it's 6:45.
Cool.
Aspen. Okay. Well, they figured that part out. All right. Feels like Sugar Bowl. Well, good. At least I figured that part out, too. Rob is like, I thought Alexa was the all-knowing. That bitch don't know shit.
She ain't know a damn thing.
That
Plus
bitch will
me,
just
she
all of a
she
sudden
don't
be
know
like,
nothing.
I think I know shit when you don't even ask her anything.
So Alabama is down to the 9.
Down to the 9.
We got motion here, and then we're gonna have motion back over on this side.
And then if you watch this guy, he runs over this way, but he gets tackled by that one blue guy.
Yeah, I bet you Kirk Herbstreit is calling this game. I'm Kirk Herbstreit.
All the people in the audience are like, no! And they're like, yeah!
They're like, go Big Blue.
Probably is like, oh, do you ready to throw Lux out the window? That dumb bitch. I fucking hate
Oh!
that thing.
Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage, or maybe back to the line of scrimmage, but...
And the more they make of them, the worse they are.
Yeah, my old ones were actually pretty good, but these ones don't even hear me.
Yeah. And the old ones, like, the one that we have that actually hears everybody, like, hears you from a different room, while the other one's sitting in the room you're in, just sitting there like... Duh. Like the freaking wrestling fans of AEW. Because that's what they fucking look like the whole fucking time during that pay-per-view.
Right.
On Saturday. No, seriously. Like, most of the matches, they're all sitting out there like that. They pan into the audience and people are like... When it's supposed to be exciting, they're just all like... And I'm not talking like 4 or 5 people. I mean like fucking rows upon rows upon rows upon rows of people.
Mm-hmm. Front
and center rows, back rows, middle rows, all the way around rows.
Well, Alabama tried to run the ball on 4th down or 3rd down. What the Saban, do we not know how to play football anymore?
I don't know where I am. Guess that was a 2nd down.
I'm assuming they have a shitty quarterback because they're not throwing the ball.
Robbie says, AEW, that was such a shit pay-per-view. And Walter says, so next week, Cody Rhodes and Shinsuke.
Oh, down to the 4.
Did he get a 1st down?
No, there's no 1st down. It's 4th and goal, so they score here or they go home.
I was like, sorry, I missed what you said to your mic is breaking up. That's because Travis fucked with everything. He fucked with the mixer thing.
If you get super loud.
He fucked with the mixer thing, and now everything's messed up for my voice. It was fine before, but now it's all stupid. So I have to talk in a monotone. Don't get excited. Don't get too quiet. Don't do anything.
I think his shoe came off. Oh, maybe he broke his ankle.
Oh no, his ankle's broken.
I can't tell what happened to him. Because when he reached back over... Well, because when he reaches...
Ah, just twisted.
Well, I know, but when after the play, if they go that far, he is stuck. Like, he can't move.
It looked like it just twisted a little bit. I mean, it could have broke it, but eh.
I mean, they don't look like they're looking at his leg.
They're like, it's okay. They're all patting him on his head.
How's your face? He's like, my face is fine. It's my ankle.
Piccolo says they were in New York. Yuck. Yuck. Walter says Rose Bowl is on. Walter says Jey Uso now. And Walter also says, okay, next week CM Punk for Raw. And Robbie says, just sound like AI. You be good, D. Yeah, monotoned. No anything in your voice.
Oh, it's part of the Uso Penitentiary. It's him and Kofi. What have they done? They're just.
Wow, this
it's
is
almost
really
like
great.
it's almost like Tony Khan's running freaking WWE. Let's break up tag teams and make the tag teams team up with each other.
Xavier Woods broken? I thought he got injured again or something.
Did he? I don't know.
I thought somebody said that way before, like a week or so ago. Didn't somebody tell us? Maybe it was Walter. Somebody said that Xavier Woods got injured. Is that true?
No Gunther. So I
There's
guess
no
there's
answer
no title match from Gunther tonight.
Walter wants Jay and Kofi for the win. There isn't because he just had a baby. So he's probably took a little time away. Ayla says, hey, girl. How's it going? If Aoife's still here, she was here a minute ago. Walter says, hey, Ayla, how was the food Saturday? And Ayla's like, hi, Walter. The food was great. She would say that even if it was disgusting because that's just how she is. Just kidding.
Something's happening.
Yeah, it's gone up to 19% and it's charging.
Good. It charged all the way up yesterday, so.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck.
Pretty sure it was yesterday.
And it was fine. Like, I was like, oh.
All right. Well, we got Da Vinci in there with
I probably
Kofi.
just need a new one.
It'd be way cooler if Kofi already pinned him. But Triple H will make Da Vinci the greatest wrestler we've ever seen. And then we'll get a whole bunch of people going, you've never seen how good he is? And then the next thing you know, he'll be in AEW dominating.
I'm teasing people. Just kidding. Robbie says, what is it with New Yorkers saying how do you doing after saying a sentence? Well, for instance, we got the cheese. How you doing? It's how you doing.
How you doing?
I don't know. Sophie says, we know the Usos will end up back together at some point. I don't know because I don't live in New York.
I sure hope they would hurry.
It's like a whole continent away from me.
Jay's just wasting away over here on Raw.
Not wasting. Walter says, yes, Woods is injured. He does up, up, down, down. See, it was Walter.
Up, down, down.
Walter said.
All right, here we go. Getting the tide roll.
As you said, and now Sophie's going to say it, we know the Usos will end up back together at some point. Robbie says, Ayla was the vibe, not AEW. And Sophie says, Ayla, a kiss up, not a surprise or a shocker. Oh, no. Ayla says,
guess what?
I ate it. If I
Michigan
wins! I
wins!
wouldn't be able to
Michigan
eat it.
wins! Alabama blows the big one.
She's had my lasagna before, so I knew she liked it. In fact, I made it for her birthday one time.
So now I honestly don't even care who's in the national championship because Alabama's the only team I liked out of the three. So I guess I want Texas or Washington to win because I would never cheer for Michigan ever in my life.
And Ayla's like, oh, Sophie, my jealous little jelly bean. Sophie says, this Cody Nakamura feud isn't that great. I thought it ended after Cody beat him a few weeks ago. Oh, no. No.
Oh, no. It's Triple H. This shit'll go on for a minute. You forget he's Tony Khan. Triple H is Tony Khan. So anything Tony Khan does, Triple H does the same. Or what
anything you can do, I can do better.
That's what it reminds me of.
Anything you can do, I can do too. No, you can't.
Yes,
I can. No, you can't. Yes, I can.
Like, I'll put it this way. If Triple H started a company instead of taking over what Vince had created, so let's just say he had started a company, it would be AEW. It's the exact same fucking dude. They do the same things, and now he's got this billion-dollar company, and people are like, well, yeah, but look how many people are watching, and it's like you forget Vince created those fans.
They all do. They do it all the time.
Like, what
it's
the
my
fuck?
biggest pet peeve about the retards in our chat sometimes that say stupid shit like that. It just bugs me to death. I'm like, Vince's father actually started it, and then Vince took it and ran with it and made it as what it is today. And now Triple H is taking it and saying, nah, garbage.
Triple
Let's
H
throw it
doesn't
in the
like it,
dumpster."
and he wants it to be AEW so fucking bad. It's disgusting. It's like, it's not AEW. Quit trying to make it AEW.
They're not the same. They should never be the same. You shouldn't even get the same vibes from either one of those places.
Right?
It's grossing.
And he's like, well, Tegan Knox. And it's like,
We know she's sucking your dick.
what about
but...
Tegan Knox? Tegan Knox she's a beast star on fucking AEW. She's a beast star on TNA. But yet, he pushes her. We see it with all of them.
Which is hilarious because they can't push her too well because they put her with Natalia. So they're like, well, we know you're not that good, so we got to put you with Natalya because at least she can make it look kind of good. Not saying she's that good either, but Ayla says, it's kiss ass, by the way. Brown knows her. Nicole's like, well, fiddlesticks. Congrats, Michigan.
Yeah, I hope that game starts soon, so I don't have to watch any celebrations or anything.
Pretzel fun. They've got picture-in-picture on day one's Raw.
Yeah.
If you weren't paying attention earlier, we have those guys of the Imperium against some other dudes.
Yeah.
Oh, Jey Uso and Kofi. A weird group they put together because Xavier Woods broken. We don't know how he's broken, but somehow he is injured once again. And if it's a foot injury, I think maybe he should probably step down from being a wrestler.
Yeah, especially if it's his ankle.
Especially if he has anything to do with his Achilles at all, because guess what? It'll just continue to happen over and over and over and over and over again.
But that'll ruin his gaming career.
She's so pretty.
Huh? Yeah, she is pretty.
The runner, that Olympian. I can't remember her name. They just said it.
Yeah.
But she is so pretty.
Shikari.
She's so pretty too. You're just like, oh, look how pretty she is. Walter had said, okay, commercial for Raw. Oh boy, Alabama lost. I know, Walter, it's sad. Damn you, Michigan. Damn you, Michigan. Walter says, Ayla, did you have cake on Saturday? And Sophie says, this past weekend, I'm surprised how many movies or TV shows aren't on Netflix. Stop playing with things.
You got a problem with me?
I've got a problem with you playing with shit. Did you put it on your face?
Can you stop? I'm just watching sports.
You totally rubbed it on your face.
I accidentally touched that. I didn't rub it on anything.
Why are you doing anything with it?
Just go away.
Put it down.
I want to see if the game's going to be on or if they're going to start it on ESPN too.
Why is that shit broken?
It's not. It might be. I don't know.
It hasn't moved off of that page for like a minute.
It's not that. It's the computer. That's working fine. It's the computer for whatever it keeps pausing. So I have to restart this.
Weird. Illa says the vibe was not AEW. The vibe was kicking down my basement door to get in my house. Oh, Walter's like, okay, Michigan won. Congrats. Illa's like, it wasn't hard. I'm not tough. It was like, I had cake at the funeral on Saturday. And Robbie says, Triple H is an idiot just pushing crap.
Oh my god. So Da Vinci couldn't continue?
Did he hurt himself?
Who knows?
I wasn't watching enough, I guess. Oh, let's see. He probably... Did he get a concussion, maybe? Oh, he really kicked him. Oh, shit. He probably got a huge concussion off that. But yeah, Kofi kicked him on purpose. Like, that was an actual kick. That wasn't like, oh no, I kicked him. No, he fucking kicked him.
Hit him, Kofi. When those B-listers come into the ring like that, they don't deserve to be in a ring.
Okay, so he sees that Kofi kicked too high. Right. So he jumped too high and didn't time his kick correctly for his jump, because he did his jump just fine with his move. Da Vinci did. And he had his face around looking at him and had his eyes on him, so it wasn't like he wasn't paying attention to what was happening. Your thingy's all stupid on your this. It's all leaking on you while you were drinking.
No surprise.
So he's like, at least Triple H doesn't act like a scared baby when a talent comes to attack him in the back.
Yeah, but Triple H wouldn't be able to do anything. He'd have a heart attack. So
he really would.
He would have to have security back there if he was going to have a confrontation. Like, Tony Khan would just get beat up. Triple H would die.
Yeah. Like, he has to be really careful. Like, he really does have a heart issue. Walter says, oh, okay. And Robbie says, Tegan getting deep-throated, LOL, from H. How is she getting deep? I thought it was H getting the deep throat.
Oh.
You gotta switch that around. It's Tegan deep-throating.
Are you sure?
Well, I guess he could be deep-throating her. Maybe she is our hope. Maybe she's a he. I don't know. Walter's like, Ayla, what funeral? Sophie says, why do wrestling fans complain about everything, especially when something could be good?
It's tough. I mean, the reason I would assume is because they haven't seen good for a long time. It's been mediocre since like 15. And people understand that.
The PG era.
And so anytime anything is different, it's weird to them.
Yeah, but you would think after a while it would be okay, but it just didn't get better. It just kind of stayed in the mediocre category.
Right. Well, Vince was very scared to make stars.
Well, during the pandemic, how could you? Like, he didn't have an audience to pander to,
right,
and anything like
he
that.
He didn't want stars anyways. I mean, he did decide to go with Roman, and he made Roman a star. But is Roman really a star?
No, I don't think he is.
I don't feel like Roman has the
him
backing.
not being on TV, do I miss him? No. Do I even care about that championship anymore? Not really. Me personally, I don't sit here and go, where's Roman? Because I'm just like, I don't even care if he disappeared into the night.
But I think they've got,
never came back.
think Charlotte's a star. I think Bianca's a star. So they have a couple women stars. Becky had a shot at being a star, but I think they dropped the ball on that.
Right.
With the Becky.
Yeah.
And now you've got Triple H, who, like I said, he's basically Tony Khan. And we see what Tony Khan does. And we saw what Tony Khan did to get the talent that is equivalent to the NXT talent, because most of it was the NXT talent. And that's what Triple H had. And so you could see how they're basically the same, and they use it the same, and they work it the same. And now you got Adam Cole, the bad guy. We've seen this. This isn't new. We watched it with Triple H. It's the same stories. It's the same thing. But, you know, Triple H has a bigger bankroll. He could do a lot more with his cap space, whatever you want to call it. But he's got the opportunity to do great things, and then you see somebody like Dragon Lee come on the scene, or Johnny Gargano, or Grayson Waller.
Mm-hmm.
What's the other one that with the long hair that's kind of like trailer trash? We see him quite a bit over on SmackDown. In NXT, he had won the lottery, and he was all
Cameron Grimes.
Cameron Grimes, and it's like, why? You have enough talent on the main roster.
You don't need those guys to be the main people,
right?
Filler is okay, but
I like a Bronson Reed type, and I understand you need it. I'm not a fan of Bronson Reed, but I understand his role. That's why I don't complain about Bronson Reed. But you have Otis, so get rid of Otis. You don't need both of them.
True.
They're basically the same guy, except for Otis is the babyface version of it. Or team them together and make it, you know, Tugboat and freaking Typhoon. Make it a big tag team that, you know, the freaks that the kids like. Because that's what it's all about, right? You have to have the kids ones. Mm-hmm. Then you have to have your comic relief. And then you have to have your serious guys.
Mm.
And then you have to have your edgy guys.
Walter says, Ayla, what funeral? And Sophie says, why do wrestling fans... Oh, I read that one. Robbie says, oh, did you mislay your key, Ayla? And Ayla says, I was at a funeral on Saturday before the pay-per-view. That's why I was late. George's great-grandmother. And Walter says, sorry to hear, Ayla. And Ayla says, Robbie, I didn't have my keys or my phone, but I did have cheese in my purse. Something's wrong with me. She had that cheese in her purse since, like, earlier that day.
Cheese.
So it was like, thank God football season is almost over, so no more football talk. And Walter says Jay and Kofi won quick. Walter also says Gunther will be mad when he comes back to WWE. Oh, hey, it's Monday night. There's a Monday night football game on, too.
Oh, nice. I mean, we can watch that if you want to go 3.
I just was like,
I'm still waiting for this stupid Michigan thing to end.
well, it should have started the other game because it's
I know,
6:57 now.
It's probably on 2. On ESPN 2. I have to turn it to 3.
Oh. Ew.
You can't do it live. Doing it.
Not the Wild.
And Espen?
Yeah.
So if it's on Espen, then that means that the other one is on
Espen.
ABC.
Well, it said both of them were on ESPN.
Can't have ESPN, can't have the NFL Monday Night Football and
Oh,
college
no.
football. Without having the guide, I go into this blind.
Yeah.
Are we sure there's a game? Because they had one on Saturday.
Oh, maybe that's why they had it on Saturday. Maybe they had it on Saturday because of it?
Right.
I don't know. I don't pay attention. Did they have it on Saturday night because
New Day Rocks.
they were going to do that? I don't know. Does anybody have an answer?
I don't know if there's anybody in here. So
Piccolo doesn't like to answer my questions, even though he watches the sports.
nobody knows.
Nobody freaking knows. Ah,
Okay.
nobody knows the answer to anything. Well, it's just Jay and Kofi won quick. Gunther will be mad when he comes back to WWE. Can't. Well, I mean, he could be mad, but the problem of it is he can't be too mad because Kofi kind of botched a little bit on that and straight up kicked Da Vinci in the jaw, and he bounced his head off of the mat of the ring.
Right.
So we're hoping he's actually okay.
I think he got sand in his vagina, and so they had to carry him out
I think he got probably knocked off a little bit and probably got a concussion.
with the sand. Just shoving it up in there.
Well, you know, it's not like the old days where they would just play through and not know what happened to him.
Shake it off. Yeah, nowadays they're just like, oh my god, a picture.
Well, they have to. I'm sure. Robbie says, cheese, what the F, Ayla? That's so random, but I get you on that. Robbie also says the football talk is good as I don't watch football. Ayla says, well, I grabbed cheese from my work. I was going to bring it to the funeral dinner, but I forgot I had it. It was almost half a pound of Gouda cheese. Sophie says that seemed like a botch by Kofi, and Robbie says not had that cheese. What's it like? Stephanie says, sup, good people. Not much, Stephanie. You back?
Hello. I was
What's
thinking
up?
the same thing. I was like, I don't know what Gouda is. Sounds gross.
Ayla says it's delicious. One of my favorites. I don't know how to describe it.
Like goober. Lots of rumors.
It was like, it's delicious, one of my favorites. And Robbie says, is it a bit like Adam cheese? And Ayla's like, I've never heard of that. And Robbie's like, it's that cheese that comes wrapped in red wax. And Sophie says WWE and Stardom might work together. Ayla says the red cow cheese. No, it's not like that. It comes in a huge 30-pound wheel. We cut it into half-pound or smaller chunks.
Nice.
Robbie says, the lady knows. Old Voldemort. And Robbie says, oh yeah, Ayla, and Ayla says, Gouda is a harder cheese. Robbie says, Rhea defo winning.
Hard cheese. I like soft cheese.
Yeah.
Here comes Damien. Or somebody. Nobody's showing up, though. Did they get attacked in the back?
Who knows? Maybe they're dead too.
Ha ha! The best member.
Oh, what?
And he earned his membership last week.
He did. What's his face had to leave.
What's up? What's up? What's up? He doesn't have a mic.
He added himself
You can go with
to the
this.
shirt.
and you
It's so
can
cute,
get that.
buddy. That's it.
Well, after JD got kicked out.
Robbie's like, Rhea defo winning. Stephanie says, what is happening right meow?
Right now, we
Miss
got a
TV.
Miss TV and R-Truth, one of the members of Judgment Day, is out there.
Myth was expecting Damian Priest, though.
What's up? the most likable member
Likeable member.
of Judgment Day.
Robin says hard cheese and sandwiches. Walter says, okay, bye guys. See you Wednesday for AEW. Bye, Walter. Thanks for hanging out with us on this wonderful first day of the year.
It is.
You have a good start to your year, my man. We might see you on Wednesday.
There's going to be 365 more days to this year because this is leap year.
Ayla says, you'll have to Google it. It melts good, but I just eat it on crackers or by itself. Chris says, R-Truth and Judgment Day. Isn't Gouda kind of like nutty flavored? I feel like it's kind of nutty flavored, if I remember right.
All rise for
Judgment
the Judgment
Day.
Day. All rise.
Well, it finally has its time right, so it finally updated itself or something. Because it has the right date. It's hard because it's 1/1. Looks like it's, you know what I mean? Like reset itself. So I'm like, maybe it didn't. I just thought it did. Administrative work, they're always working.
He should work in like human resources for the Judgment Day.
Likeable to
He's
everybody.
trying to make him likable to everybody.
Yeah.
And he does. He brings that baby face, that comic side. Laugh, homeboy.
Group.
His head's to the point of bigness that it's just going to fall over.
You're not doing PR for. Chris says R-Truth and Judgment Day, and Stephanie says JD is not out of the Judgment Day. Well,
did you not watch it? He lost that match.
He lost that match. He
Loser had to
technically
leave.
not. He should have left.
Losers had to leave. Poor guy has a ginormous head. I think he's got water on the brain or something.
Hey, listen, it's a little nutty. People make mac and cheese with it or use it as a dipping cheese. You know, when you melt it and people stick things on sticks. It's called fondue.
You guys fondueing?
They fondue it. They fondue it. Chris says, oh, Dom getting booed in his hometown. Oh, is that his hometown?
JD, you're not even in Judgment Day, R-Truth said.
That's funny. Look at that. According to it, I only got 2 hours and 1 minute of sleep.
About right.
That's funny.
It was clear. Hopefully JD goes back to NXT or even maybe goes over to AEW. Make it a better channel, guys. Look how big his head is.
Oh, he did the Spanish at him.
That's cool that he knows Spanish. I wouldn't think he would.
He should. Both his parents speak it. And hopefully they taught him, so he's
Yeah.
bilingual. Enough bilingual because they're both pretty fluent.
Well, his dad, it's his first language.
I know, but I'm saying, like, his mom is pretty fluent, too.
Mm-hmm.
He can't even talk.
I don't even know what he's saying.
Whether people like him or don't.
Right.
It's true.
Right?
Spanked by your daddy.
And the only member, the
JD,
only memory from JD is what, that he came from NXT. He hasn't done shit.
I didn't hear.
I don't know what they're saying. Whipped around the country by CM Punk.
Or Stephanie says, didn't you watch the backstage segment where Damian told JD he is not out for now? We did, Stephanie. But I'm going to go off of what R-Truth said.
Yeah, we got to go off with the storyline.
Robbie says, I had chocolate fondue a couple times. Thought I was going to die. How rich it was. Well, dude, it's like chocolate. And you're like sticking other sweet things in it probably. Which you shouldn't, I guess. I don't know. Chris says Punk faced Dom in his first match back. Surprised they didn't boo both of them out of the building.
Yeah, it was a house show, so it doesn't really count.
Robbie says D still struggles with American. Ayla's like, fondue, I couldn't think of the word. And Robbie's like, I'll trust you, Ayla, not to know what it's called. Why would she know what it is? Some people don't know what everything's called, Robbie. Just because you're ignorant in other areas.
It's like, am I tagging with Dom? I ain't tagging with JD.
No. Wink. We accept.
Poor McDowell. His head was so big, he just flipped over the top rope. He doesn't know who his tag partner is. Dom, we on a team, bro.
Chris says, I want Brock to come out and destroy Dom on the mic. He can't. Dom can't say anything anyway. How are we going to destroy him? Stephanie says, what is your name? What do you mean? What is your name?
What's my name? My name's Travis.
Ayla says,
What
I
you
have a
doing?
fondue fountain. It's little and I've never used it.
How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Stephanie says, wonder when R-Truth will realize that he isn't in Judgment Day.
You come here often?
Why would he realize that? He's always going to be a part of Judgment Day.
Why would he not think he's in
Sophie.
Judgment Day? He's one of the best members of Judgment Day.
Ayla says, my name is Hank. And Robbie says, D, I learned everything I need to know in life from you, from this channel. Robbie, it's time.
Over the past 4 years,
Stop
we have taught a lot of people a lot of
Stop
stuff.
lying. You're such a liar. Robbie's like, yeah, Hank, last name Marvin. Ayla's like, Hank Leonard Marvin III. It's a good name. Sir Hank.
Hank the Tank.
Somebody says, could you tell me your names?
I just
That's Travis, and I'm Dalitha. This is our channel, Wrestling Gab.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Thought it was cooler to say you come here often.
You come here often. No. They just showed up tonight, which is cool. First of the year.
Well,
First day of the year.
you can be here with us.
Hell yeah.
Hang out with us. Set your notifications. We're literally here for every Raw and SmackDown for sure. Used to be every AEW, but I think we're quitting.
Yeah, we used to do AEWs too, but
I don't know what's going to happen there. It really just depends on if you guys want us to do AEW or if you want Dalitha just to play video games on Wednesday.
like for a couple hours.
And when we say video games, like all sorts of video games.
Yeah, I mean,
We can do wrestling ones too, though.
right.
I haven't even opened that AEW game. That'd be funny. We could watch an AEW to play video games of AEW.
And
Washington scores first. Texas is in deep trouble.
oh, great. This is awesome. Stephanie says, good to know you, Delisa and Travis. Kayla's like, I'm suspicious of everyone new. I'll give it a few. I was like, Delisa, girl, that's awesome. Love it. It's perfect. I was like, no, their real name is Sue and Bob. Old Travis and Dee is their stage names. It's true.
Sue and Bob.
Sue and Bob.
Why do I have to be a Bob?
No.
Robert!
What the fuck ever? You're Sue.
Bobbit!
Boy named Sue.
Bobbit!
You're a boy named Sue.
Damn it.
You are Sue. I am Bob.
Beat up my dad.
Robbie says, yeah, that would be cool. Domestic violence. Somebody call the police.
What if you have 4 sticks and all 4 of them are smaller than your thumb?
Doesn't matter. You can only do it with 1 stick at a time.
Yeah.
That was all sticks together.
No.
They're put together.
Yeah, but
No, they're put together. They're put together.
there's 1
You would have to take it off of there and apart.
and there's a gap
Nope, that's not how it works.
and a gap. There's that one. Give me that one.
I'm not giving you anything. Stop being weird.
One that needs to be beaten.
Really? You're the one that needs to be beaten, Sue.
All right. Bob.
Right, bitch. Don't fucking forget it. I'll make you say my name later. What's my name? Bitch, what's my name? Bob. That's right. We're on a commercial break, by the way, guys. There's no wrestling on our TV
It's
right now.
Barmageddon commercials, though. The best commercials that they make.
They're back now with a fight. Not a dance fight, but a fight.
The Bedfellows match.
So fighting. Rob is like, yeah, that would be cool, LOL. So he says it's cool, but then he laughs about it. So I feel like it's not cool.
What's cool?
I think you asked a question about the whole gaming
Games.
thing, and I think he's being facetious and just rude.
Right.
And this is honestly, Travis is his cover name. No one real is named Travis. Stephanie says, I dare you people to stand up. I'm going to stay seating
I'll
because I'm
stand up.
fat. Ayla's like, they stand up all the time. This is hard for Sue because he only has 1 leg.
This desk goes up and down.
Ayla says, I try not to laugh at him when he falls.
But I sound funny when I walk because it's like click, click, click. Because I have hardwood
Because it's
floors.
durable, so it's like plunk, 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 plunk. Chris says, oh, Travis, remember when the Diamondbacks ended Yankees' 0-1 dynasty in the World Series?
I sure do. Gonzo hits the single off Mariano Rivera to win the World Series.
Robbie's like, oh, D-fat, nah, don't diss yourself. Nah, it's true, I am. It's not curvy, it's just fat. Stephanie's like, LOL. See, that's the reactions we're looking for.
Thanks for hanging out with us. And we're here on Fridays, too. And we're going to be here some other time during the week, I'm sure.
Halo says he had a wooden peg, but I think Delissa threw it away in a fit of rage. I burned it. He's very angry.
Now I'm half a tink.
So R-Truth really doesn't like JD McDowell.
No one does.
He doesn't like him. He's like, ew, gross. He's trying to get rid of him, but he's not. I wonder if he's going to do anything against, what's his face? Old Dom Dom.
I don't know what'll happen there, but we're going to find out here pretty soon. We're going to see a tag.
Chris.
Look, after to tag him.
He's like, oh, my tag team partner's not in this area.
He went to tag them. Freaking doll.
Chris says, kind of hyped for the World Baseball Classic, considering that Ohtani isn't playing till 25. Well, you know, it's a good thing that those Angels or whoever it was, the Dodgers got him.
Yeah, and who knows when. I mean, when is it? 3 more years? Don't they do it every 4 years, the Baseball Classic? Or is it every 2?
I thought it was 3, but...
Oh, it could be
Ayla
3.
says, I knew it. Stephanie's like, why do you hate Dom that much?
Why do I hate Tom? Because he doesn't deserve to be on TV.
Hey, look, they're doing picture-in-picture again.
He never went to NXT. He never trained. He has a famous dad, and his dad got him a gig.
Yeah. Way worse than Charlotte Flair.
That's my thing. Charlotte at least performed in NXT and got better and improved over time, and there's others that have dads that are famous. But I mean, even Braun Breaker, he's down there putting in work.
Ayla says, your sound cuts out. I think you're aware. Just wanted to bring it up. Yeah, Travis fucked with it and messed up my shit. I told him to put it all back. I did. But it hasn't been right since. I warned you. I told you. I literally told you not to fuck with shit.
By the way,
to put it all back, and you're like, no, it'll be fine.
Ask her what her favorite word is. I told you.
Ayla's like, Dom is a sandwich maker. It's sickness.
Oh, all the way down to the 35. What's sickness?
You are in your sandwich making.
I don't make sandwiches.
Robbie's like, anyone listen to any R-Truth rap songs? I did know he could rap so well.
I listened to his entrance song, and it sounds pretty good when he comes out.
Stephanie's like, Delissa, say yeet.
Yeet!
Yeet.
Yeet!
Yeet.
Nothing funner than yeeting.
Yeet. Oh, yeet, yeet. With what's his face? Yeeting it up. I'm not saying that word, Ayla. You say it. Pacifier. Robbie says, he's got a few songs. Oh, cool. Lots of songs. I have no idea. I'm not saying it, Ayla. You say it.
What kind of word?
It's that stupid band.
Lucifer, Bucifer, Percifer, Pucifer, Pacifist. I'm close. Pucifer.
Sure.
Pucifer. I know it was something that it's cipher. Right? It's too far.
You made it worse. Stop it, she said.
I'm close.
It's pacifier. That's what it, oh, whatever you did made it worse. She said, now I'm deaf. Somebody said, I would love to see LA Knight versus Jey Uso. It'll be like yeet, then yeah. Yeah. Yeet. Yeah.
Yeet. I just turned it down a little
Yeet.
bit.
Yeah.
See if that works.
Yeah, you have to be careful. Do not wear headphones in your earballs when I talk. You will be broken. It was like, it's quiet now.
Well, you told me it was
Is it
loud.
quiet enough? Can you still hear me? This is my normal voice.
No, I can't do it.
Travis was like, I want to see if I can listen to anything.
Well, that's how you get things done. He's doing it and doing it and doing it. Wow. Hi.
Hey, what's up?
Is the game on?
Cool. It was like I got my volume all the way up and I can kind of hear you.
I'll turn it back up. You said it was too loud and it hurt your ears, so I turned it down.
That's terrifying. Somebody says, I can't hear you people. Check your mic.
It's fine. I turned it down.
Travis broke everything. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Yeet, yeet. 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 Uso. It's Jenny McDough. R-Truth is like, I'm on your team. What are you doing?
I'm on your team.
He said Judgment Day. Well, if you're a Judgment Day, hit your guy. Don't hit the Miz. Not the Miz.
Come on, R-Truth.
Oh, he got out of the way just in time for him to get McDowell.
He got McDowell.
Miz got out of the way. Good for Miz.
Uh-oh. Skull-crushing finale.
Oh,
it's
poor
over.
McDowell.
1, 2, 3,
He got
100.
both. 1, 2. R-Truth is like, yay, he's beat again. It was like, no, I was deafened as I can't hear you. Robbie's like, big up Travis, the new sound man on AEW production team. Stephanie says, yeet, Nails is perfect. Travis, step away. Robbie says, who says yet when they test the mic? That's hilarious.
Yet.
Hardep is in the chat. Hey, Hardep, how's it going? Says, hello. Hello. Hello.
Olo.
Hello.
Olo.
Metrocity. Olo.
I can't beat him. He's too fantastic.
He's too fantastic. Somebody says, I can hear you now. Good deal.
What? Yeah, it's got a little feedback kind of a sound to it, but don't pay attention to it.
The fact that we used to watch that show all the time. Megamind.
I know I need to watch it again.
We
Brad
went through a
Pitt's so
phase
good
where we
in it.
watched it constantly.
Well, it's because it's so funny and it's filled with one-liners.
New women's tag team champions in the
unfathomable.
garbage heap.
It's unfathomable.
Unfathomable.
What? Well, without fathom.
It's without fathom. Without fathom.
Oh, okay.
It was like, it's actually a lot better when you get loud. It's not cutting the sound. That's good, because I get loud a lot. That hurts people. Somebody says, it's 5:22 a.m. where I am right now. Does that mean that you were in Europe somewhere?
Why are you in Europe? And why has it already been an hour and a half? This is going pretty quick.
Shh. Don't jinx it. And now
no, it's because of the football matchups.
So is. It totally is. Oh, hey, look, those dumb bitches went and had a party about it.
This is so
Triple H garbage that happened.
Hey, oh.
You look like a giant light bulb.
Is that what she said?
Yeah.
I couldn't hear what she said. I thought she said bug bomb. What is Dewdrop wearing?
She's wearing clothes. It's fine. Just let her be. It's no different than what that one's wearing.
So silly.
Now, I know that all you people out there who watch NXT really like these stupid bitches, but I fucking hate them. I don't like them at all. I don't like anything
Caden
about
and
them.
Katana.
Look at the little slut bags. Congratulations.
Oh my god, they can be sluts if they want.
Slut bags.
It's called an independent woman.
Congratulations.
Ivy Nile.
It says, when I was on a Saturday with you, they complained of the sound too. I was like, D's loudness is the vibe of the channel. Yeah, totally. Good for you. Stephanie says, what's the time where you are? As Ayla says, it's 7:23 p.m. here. Yes, that is correct. It was like Delisa and Travis live in Ohio. Sorry, Delisa, I spelled your name wrong. Chris says, I don't care for Katana and Chance either. I just don't. And I think it's pretty dumb that they moved the tag team titles onto them. I know they're a tag team and they've been a tag team in NXT, but I feel like they haven't really proven themselves up on the main roster as a tag team to really have the titles. Right. And the only reason why they have them is because they got rid of the women's NXT tag titles. Literally, they just chucked them in the garbage somewhere and we haven't seen them since.
Right. Well, they unified them, but then they got rid of them.
No, they didn't unify that shit. They just literally threw them away. They didn't unify shit. They had the WWE women's tag titles and the NXT, and then they just threw the NXT ones away and nothing, and just kept the WWE. They didn't unify shit. There was no unification. They didn't take the champions and go, oh, we unified it into one belt.
Right.
They just
the girls don't
them
need more belts. There's not enough of them to make an impact. And there is no tag teams in reality. This is the closest thing we've had to a tag team that they have now with Carter and Chance.
Robbie says, are these girls from NXT any good in the ring?
No.
I haven't seen anything, but that's just my personal opinion.
The one is tiny. And when I say tiny, I mean tiny. She was on that Top Ninja Warrior show that they had on one of those channels, like ABC, NBC, CBS. And she won it. She was like the first winner. She's really tiny. And so she can do all the weight training, whatever you call that, where you hang.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was really good at it. She climbed that big old ramp that you have to climb all the way to the top of.
Right.
She did good. But they decided to sign her to a WWE contract. And then she dated, what's his name for a while? Ricochet. And that put her up, higher up. And then they broke up. And they're probably trying to get rid of a lawsuit or something. So they're keeping her up on TV.
Who?
Caden Carter. No. Katana Chance.
Katana Chance?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, my God. Heard it from a source. Trust me, bro.
Because of who? Because of Ricochet?
I said her and Ricochet dated. And I was like, and that's made her go up in the rankings. And I was like, now they're not together, but they don't want a lawsuit. So they kept her up.
True.
That's all from a source.
All the sources.
It's allegedly, I should say that. Allegedly, that's what's happening. Since I just made it up like 4 seconds ago.
70 says, who is the best commentator in WWE? Well, if you're talking about right this moment, it's Corey Graves.
It's
If you're
he
talking
still does
active.
it. Oh, okay.
Like active.
I know, but he still does stuff. Like he was there for tribute to the troops.
He only does it for like special stuff. I'm talking about like actually commentating actively every night, blah blah blah, whatever. For whatever they're on Raw or SmackDown.
Yes, it's Corey, and then if McCaffrey's there, of course McCaffrey's going to be better or equal to. And then Cole does okay, but he's kind of boring, whatever word you want to use. And I don't know who's on tonight. I try not to pay attention.
Is okay when he.
I like Wade.
It's not.
And anybody's better than Booker T. So.
True.
We all lose when Booker T does it.
That's very true. Yeah, this says, what's Ohio known for? Opossums? No, I think they're known for armpit.
Ohio.
They're
known for the richest man that ever walked America's earth.
The armpit.
No,
Chris
they didn't
says,
call him that.
I'm surprised that Alba
they called him
and
John D.
Zidane
Rockefeller.
Still haven't showed up yet. They should have been champs. So they did show up, actually. They did show up that one time, right?
Who was it?
Alba Fire and Isla
Yeah, they showed up on Fridays. They showed up on SmackDown and beat up somebody. We watched
they were there.
Yeah.
One time I saw them not too long ago.
It was just the last SmackDown we watched.
Yeah. Chris says, hello, Jericho NDAs. LOL. Yes, those. Robbie says they don't have consistent storylines for the women unless you're Charlotte, Becky, Bayley, Esther, or Rhea. LOL. Yeah. It's because they're just lazy.
Nia's moving forward in that.
Ayla says, I like that lizard girl on Saturday. She was wild. That Abaddon girl. Robbie says, not Cole for consistency. Stephanie says, Delissa, I like the way you pronounce my name. Stephanie? Why is your name not said that way? Is it supposed to be said a different way? Do you pronounce it different? That's how I pronounce it here. Stephanie. Where are you from, Stephanie? You said it was like 5:22 in the morning for you. Ayla's laughing, and Robbie says, please not Beth Phoenix. Ayla's like, Ohio, the armpit of America. It's the armpit of America. The armpit. So, we just saw Judgment Day. Now we have to watch him again. Is it because Rhea's doing something?
Rhea's got a championship match right now.
Oh, that's why. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And why am I seeing this? Ayla's like, I like the way you pronounce Delissa's name. Thanks.
I like Delissa, too.
I like the lisp.
Delissa.
That's our thing with a lisp.
Delissa.
It's Delissa. If anybody ever wants to know how to do a lisp, you keep your tongue to the back of your bottom teeth.
Delissa. This is my brutality.
This is my brutality. It's a real Ripley. I love her.
We are Whippy.
So amazing.
Hey, I sound like that one guy on Big. We are Whippy.
Wait.
Whippy. Wee the dragon.
It's from Five American Tale.
Is there a lisp on there?
It's a lady. She's like this really rich mouse.
Oh. And
they're trying to get rid of the cats out of their alleyway or something. And Fievel has this idea that they make this ginormous dragon, fire-breathing dragon.
I think I remember.
And so she's just back there.
Is it a bird?
No, it's a dragon.
Oh, did they do a bird too?
They did a bird, yeah.
Okay.
But that might have been in the West one. Oh. Anyways, and so they go. So she's like telling him, "We waste the dragon. We waste the dragon." So every time I hear anybody talk like that lady is in my head that did the voice for that mouse.
We a whipwee.
It's a weird whipsy.
I just try to put an O in it instead of the I. Whippy. Whipwee. Whipwee.
So you basically sound like
we a whipwee.
Kempsky or Skimsky or
yeah.
Kripke. Kripke.
We a whipwee.
We a whipwee. Robbie says LOL. Ha 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 ha. That's so fucking funny.
This is With Gab.
I'm not really making fun of people that have speech impediments.
I'm making fun of myself for trying to speak like I'm...
I have a speech impediment of some
Cricky
kind.
or whatever his name is.
Kripke?
Kripke.
Oh, Stephanie says, is Dom dating Rhea? Not in real life.
No.
Rhea is actually dating Buddy Murphy, if you remember him from WWE. He's over in AEW as
Buddy Matthews.
Buddy Matthews now.
Which might be his real name.
Ayla says, talk like that forever, Travis, please.
We whip we.
Phil is in the chat. Hey, Phil says, what time is it? It's up and tap. And Robbie says, try pronouncing words beginning S with a lisp. I have.
Snake.
I have a lisp. Snake.
Snake.
Ayla says, I wasn't
Snake.
fucked.
Skoo. I go skoo.
School. I go
School.
school. It's hard for me because I'm so used to like very, very particular about how I pronounce words.
Skoo.
Words! Talking about words. Words is back in the chat. Says, I have a
Hey,
question
words.
for y'all. Did y'all expect Cole to be the devil?
I predicted it, but
while ago,
only like I did it early, like a month ago. But I also said it when it was happening. I go, it's Cole. You can hear me yelling in there.
Yeah.
I go, it's Cole.
Robbie says, hello, Travis sounds Elma Fudd from the Warner Brothers cartoons.
Yes.
Ayla says, I wasn't shocked. Stephanie says, AEW really had to turn off the lights. All the lights turned off. Rhea's going to make sure this lady pays for it. And this is a women's title match, by the way.
Get her, Rhea.
I'm
Get
pretty
rid
sure.
of the riffraff. Oh, God, she's screwed up.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, she's screwed up.
This is how we hurt people, people.
Well, she's not athletic.
She's supposed to be athletic. Isn't
No,
she some kind of
she's-
like gymnast or
She's just
cheerleader? Or...
she's just strong. She doesn't do flips and stuff
Oh.
that I'm aware of. I think she just lifts weight.
Well, she's like really short and tiny, so. It says, where are you from, Stephanie? Robbie is from London. Chris is from Texas. Sophie is from Florida, Barth. And it says, and I'm from Utah.
I'm from where I'm at.
I'm where I am. I'm where I'm at. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Pound for pound strength. Nobody wants to hear about that. It's how big you are and how strong you are, not pound for pound how strong you are.
That's right.
See? Pound for pound, she's one of the strongest. Nobody cares.
If that was the case, Raquel Rodriguez would be strong. And then Jax would be strong. Stephanie wants to know what's happening right now.
Right
Rhea's
now we've
beating up
got
that lady.
Ivy Nile and Rhea Ripley, and Ivy's getting beat up. But there it is, Frankensteiner. She's turning it. Oh, Rhea misses with that.
Oh, God.
Oh, Jesus. Ivory
It's
has
hard
no...
because she's not strong enough.
Yeah, she doesn't have the strength to do the moves she needs to Rhea. But
Yeah,
anyway,
she
she
can't manhandle
botched really hard, and she tried to do a suplex with Rhea. Messed up, and Rhea spilled out to the floor.
So now we're in picture.
And now we got picture-in-picture.
Maria's still out there at the audience. She's yelling at the ref, and the ref's like, you better get back in here. Robbie says, Rhea, is she better than Chyna as a wrestler?
Well, of course she is. Chyna was terrible. She was just big and strong. That was it. And they made a mistake with her because they made her wrestle men. And the men had to carry those matches because she wasn't very good. But they didn't have a women's division, and so it didn't really work. I mean, they did, but they really didn't. And so it was really hard for the women at that time. Because the women in wrestling at that time were just objects. Either that or Fabulous Moolah. She was like 60. And Mae Young was like 70, 80 years old at that time. She really was.
That's funny.
And they showed their boobs. It was weird.
That's kind of gross.
Oh, it was every bit of...
Did they have pasties on?
Oh, no, it was saggy boobies. It's real.
On
like-
real TV?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Oh, my God.
Tits all over in the 90s.
Wow. That's weird. Okay.
Miss Jackie, tits. Who else had their boobs out? Who was that one? Was it Dawn Marie? Who was the one?
Without coverings or anything? Just
No, just nips, tits. Just. That's why people watched in the 90s. Like,
Huh.
they called it the Attitude Era.
I didn't even know they were allowed to do that on these channels.
They just showed tits. They had complete control. There was no blacking out. There was no blurring. There was no cutting the curses. There was just titties everywhere. Especially Miss Jackie. I'm pretty sure I watched every single Monday when her matches were because you knew you'd see her tit.
Interesting and weird.
I'm not kidding. I was like in high school. I was like, I'm watching that.
Stephanie says Jimmy really thought he would be the next tribal chief, LOL.
Oh, yeah. Good luck.
Chris says, I'm hearing that Rhea is going to start fighting the men and make her IC champ as well.
No. And if that's true, I'm done. I'll stop watching that. If they start doing the mixed gender stuff, I'm done. That's definitely... I mean, even Tony Khan's not doing that. That's some TNA stuff. Or whatever they call that. No, not TNA. What's the other one?
Yeah, why
Impact.
even bother having a female division? That's
Yeah.
how I look at that stuff. You get rid of every single woman's title. Every single one of them. They don't deserve them. Get rid of all of them. If they're going to start having those kind of matches, get rid of every single women's title ever. And they don't get championship titles. They don't get mid-card titles. They don't get tag titles because they're going to go for the men's if they're going to do all that shit. So go for it.
Yeah, that would be...
Go for it.
That would be
Make
dumb.
it the most ridiculous thing you possibly can.
What am I looking at? Oh, yeah. 90s.
Your favorite color.
90s boobs.
Ayla says, lots of titles. Or titties. Robbie says, don't remember Jazz getting her kit off. Ooh. Ayla says, okay, I'm leaving. Good luck, Delissa. Thanks, Ayla. Appreciate it. I'm pretty sure that Stephanie is probably from England. Or Egypt. One or the other.
Egypt, huh?
Chris says, yeah, it was awful seeing me fighting dudes on Impact. Stephanie says, I really hope you guys are going to be live tomorrow.
See? Maybe not.
Yeah, we usually don't do NXT, but
If we do NXT...
It's a new year. It is a new year.
If we do NXT, we would start doing NXT moving forward and not do AEW, though.
Yeah. Ayla says Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Night, guys. Maybe Wednesdays. We aren't sure yet. Bye, Ayla. Have a good night, hon. Oh, no. She got knocked out of the ring. Ew, gross. Why are you slobbing on yourself, girl?
You got to.
You know what? You were touching a lot of things out there. You probably shouldn't be licking your fingers. Oh, you took her lightly, but she's so much more. Oh.
That's live. Like, that's on TV.
Huh. That's crazy.
That's out.
That's crazy, yeah. Stephanie says, are you going to be live on Friday? Yes, we will definitely be here for Friday SmackDown.
Yeah, 100% for that. Anyways, there was all sorts of stuff. There was another girl. I can't remember what her name is. I want to say Dawn Marie, but I don't think it was Dawn Marie, but it could have been. And she just decided just to take her top off. It was like they were having like some mud wrestling thing or something, and they're like, you can't do that. So Sergeant Slaughter like ran out with a towel and put it around her. Like, dude. She's like, what? Can't just show her tits?
Piccola says, I normally hang out with that Twitch streamer on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I am for sure not asking you to change anything about your stuff that you do in your life, Piccola. I appreciate that you're able to come in here and do our modding for us when you can. Okay? I promise. Chris says, Travis, you got to check that sword lady in NXT. Her name is Carmen Petrovic. She's got a nice ass.
Carmen?
K-A-R.
Oh, I'm already wrong. Okay.
Film says, yes, Mammy. Oh, yes, go, Mammy, go. Especially Ivy, too. And Stephanie says, are you going to end this live stream as soon as Raw ends?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen her before. She was in that Futures tournament. She's the one that is like a ninja. There's a few NXT women that are next level beauties, by the way, that are coming. The one that's like a beauty queen or whatever. She's kind of got like a caramel skin.
Oh, yeah.
She was doing really good too in that tournament.
This is like just a shit show of a match.
Oh yeah, that Ivy.
Like, this is horrible.
Ivy doesn't belong, and we knew that.
The fact that they're letting her go this long is weird and ridiculous to me.
Mm-hmm.
This is a weird Triple H thing right here. Making it so that Rhea's like a wimpo and all of a sudden Ivy Nile's so great. and everything.
Yeah, and I
Ivy
don't
now
have
has
anything
botched
wrong
multiple
with
times.
Ivy. She just doesn't belong.
She's botching multiple times. Not saying that Rhea's that great by any means. Rhea botches a lot herself.
Right.
But getting two botchers together really isn't a good mix and can get somebody hurt
Here's the
very
Riptide.
easily. Chris says, and also you got to check out Lola Vice from NXT. Brandon says, Ivy Nile, winner Women's World Championship. Stephanie says, what happened to Bray versus Bobby at WrestleMania 39? I don't even know if Bray was with WWE for WrestleMania 39.
Yeah, he would have been there, I think, right?
I don't remember if he was there or not.
Yeah, they
Not
just
dead,
cut
I
it.
meant,
So
like, if he was still active.
So what happened is Bray got sick.
That's right.
And so they had to cut it. Like, they just cut it. And he never recovered and died.
That's what it
Like,
was.
that's-
He did get sick. Brandon says Judgment Day is over. Chris says, and the Adriana Grace is the beauty queen. She is Santino's daughter.
That's who that is.
That's funny. Also,
Dang.
Rock's daughter is NXT, but now she's a manager.
Yeah, she's not the best.
That's funny. She's a manager. She can't even talk. Her daddy must not have been in her life or something because she don't talk. Like, she does not talk well.
She definitely don't have her dad's charisma.
Oh, hell no.
Which is
And
hard
she's
sometimes when your dad's that.
I mean,
outgoing.
it can be, but, you know, some people just get it from their parents. It's just part of their personality that they get. She didn't, though.
Yeah, Cody's not quite as good as his dad, but Dustin sucks.
Mm-hmm.
There's another example. So maybe it was just because, you know.
How much work do they usually do with their kids, though, when they're in those positions?
Yeah, that's the thing.
I mean, do they work with their kids, or are their kids trained by other people that have the time? Do they have the time to train their kids?
Right.
I mean, that could be part of it, too. But I would hope that she was in his household when she was a child.
Right.
You know, and her dad was around her.
Yeah, I don't know.
If not, then she's got major daddy issues, and it probably is a normal thing.
Right.
She's also a mouth breather, and it annoys me.
Old mouth breathers.
Well, I mean, it's fine if you breathe through your mouth, but don't just sit there like this the whole time. Close your fucking mouth. Like, Jesus Christ, you are on fucking television in front of millions
think
upon
she
millions
can.
of viewers.
I don't think her lips are big enough to close.
Ugh. It's like, what's her face? Kristen, whatever her name is.
Yeah, the Bella.
Yeah, Twilight Girl.
What? Two.
Stephanie
Like she's
says,
gonna
"What
beat
is
the champion
happening?"
with a backdrop. Come on.
She's got to. It's for the women's title.
Yeah, we got a women's championship match going on here, and it's fantastic.
Yeah,
if you
so
like botchy matches. But Ivy Nile right there with the German suplex off the second rope.
Yeah, she did it. She's gearing herself up to get her some
Oh,
more.
now she's doing it. Kicks. Now she's dropping some elbows.
Oh, yeah, they totally are loving it. I can tell. Sure they are.
There's at least 12 fans clapping at this one.
At least.
I see at least 12 in the front.
Stephanie,
All right, Ivy going up top.
Stephanie says, has Bailey ever won the Rumble?
Bailey. I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't know if Bailey's ever won
I
the
don't
Rumble.
think so. Oh, shit. She just got headbutted. It's going to be over any second.
And if it's not, there's
It's
the one time.
over. Rhea turned it on and annihilated this poor woman. And that's it.
As it
1,
should have been
2, and 3.
20 minutes ago.
I don't know why she took so long. She's like playing with her food, but then her food started fighting back.
Chris says, "Oh, Travis, what is another embarrassing way to lose a match? A suplex and hip toss or an elbow drop?"
Well, an elbow drop's a finisher, right? Like Kairi Sane, she does one of the best in the business. You see a few elbow drops still. I think CM Punk might even use one. But, yeah, I mean, the most embarrassing way to lose would be an arm drag.
A fruit roll up.
No, that's normal. We see that all the time.
But
But
it's
like
so
an arm
embarrassing.
drag is almost impossible. Or like a side headlock. You know, arm drag, side headlock, hip toss, any of those.
Stephanie says, Miami won. Yep, Rhea Ripley retained her women's title.
Yeah.
Stephanie also says, what is the most brutal WWE move? That one that they banned.
A pile driver?
Yeah, it breaks people's necks. And
Yeah, the
heads.
pile driver. I mean, obviously, the pile driver, if done incorrectly, Owen Hart broke Steve Austin's neck. And you see it quite a bit back in the day. Nowadays, they're so safe
That
with
and
it.
coming down to the ring on a zip line. I've heard that one's a killer.
Also, Owen Hart.
And you know what? They should probably ban Rey Mysterio's move too. He's killed somebody.
Rey Mysterio 619 has killed somebody.
Murder.
It was in Mexico.
Pretty brutal.
So I don't know if that counts. But
Boom says, take my breath away, Mammy. Chris says, resting chin lock would definitely be embarrassing.
right.
Boom says, 10 out of 10 for the women's match. Love it. And Stephanie says, former WWE champion. Next, Chris says, one time Gunther won with the chop in NXT. But, I mean, it's a full force chop, so it was harder than usual.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. But, yeah, like a Charlotte Flair chop, and she wins a match with just one chop. That would be embarrassing for that woman.
I think it should happen.
Like, maybe, what's her name? Liv. Whack.
And then she cries in the corner.
Uh-oh, Washington scored again.
They're really scoring up a thing, aren't they? No.
Is that like a replay or something? Because there's no way they got the field goal unit or the extra point team on there so quick. Is this halftime?
No, it's supposedly the second. I don't know
It's
what
gotta
they're
be.
doing.
See, because they keep showing highlights and things.
Oh. Huh.
Oh, it's magic!
No.
You can know.
Stephanie wants to know, Travis, who is your favorite WWE wrestler?
Right now?
Right, meow.
Right meow. It's got to be a woman. I don't know. I don't like any of the dudes right now. I mean, I don't not like him. I just don't have a favorite. It was Bray Wyatt, but he went and died on me. So I would have to say, dude-wise, I don't know. I like Drew here and there, but he's I don't know. Randy Orton probably for the dudes. And for the women, who do I like best?
I don't know.
Probably Charlotte. I mean, I liked Bliss a lot, but she kind of got weird. When she turned into the Fiend's Bliss, it screwed up her character because it made her be like too nice and like a little girl type character, and I didn't like that. And I'm sure there's others out there, but Jade Cargill, when she shows up, will move into the first place. But as of right now, I think it's Charlotte. I like a lot of the NXT girls, for sure. I've always liked Nikita Lyons, even back in the WoW days. By the way, she came from WoW.
Nice.
The Women of Wrestling.
Yeah, women of wrestling. Opposed to not women of wrestling. Wow.
Wow. The non-women of wrestling.
Not women of wrestling. Somebody says, what about you, Delissa? Well, let's see. Miz. Because everybody hates him.
Miz is her favorite because he's awesome.
And I'll say Jade Cargill because I liked her in AEW. So whenever she comes over, hopefully they won't fuck her over.
It's tough. Triple H is in charge now.
I know, he's a douche. I thought he was a douche before, but everybody was like, he's not! He's so not! Why do you not like him? Now you know why I don't like him. Because he's a douche. Are you though? Because I don't look like it. Not together! Not together. We're in a full-blown commercial, by the way, guys.
Yeah, and on the football game, too, so it's like, we're out.
There's 2 commercials.
Yeah, there might not be any Monday Night Football left on this season, now that I think about it, because on the 15th or whatever day that is, I think it's it's a Monday too. That's a national championship in college, and they're not going to put a Monday Night Football game up against a national championship game.
Well, we have next Monday.
Well, I know, but
Oh, it doesn't count though.
I think it's I think the playoffs start for the NFL after. I think next week's their last week.
Of actual stuff, or this week's or last week?
Well, 8-8, 16. So they were 8-8 that one team. So next week will be their last week. Used to be this would be week 16, but now they're 17.
Right. Seven says go cash in on behalf of Damien, and Chris says, shit, gender. Oh, Travis, your favorite theme song, gender.
By far the best theme song in wrestling. There is no better song than that.
There's nothing wrong with Jinder Mahal.
It is.
Chris says that's the former WWE champ. They are shocked. Stephanie says, is WWE serious? Out of all people, is Jinder Mahal? People
no, you know
it's the best time if you're a foosball fan.
You know it's a curveball because the other two guys will come out, and then we'll see what they got going. But Triple H loves these guys, and I like these guys. And Jinder Mahal was one of my favorites. And you got to remember, Triple H is the one that put the title on Jinder because he thought Jinder could have been a star. And Brock didn't want to wrestle him at Survivor Series, so they put it on AJ Styles. That was a Vince McMahon move, which I disagree with. Vince isn't always perfect.
Blood says, why he do that? Pico is like, all right, Jinder has returned. We were trolled. Chris says, unless Rock comes. Put right now. Out right now. And Stephanie says, Raw ratings are down.
Come on. Don't you dare count last week as a... No one watched last week.
It was highlights of the fucking year. Nobody cares about that shit. We didn't even do our show because of it.
600,000 people.
We were like, yeah, nope.
I didn't even look at the television.
No, we didn't.
I didn't look back to see if there was anything that was any good or anything.
Nope. Oh, no.
What a truth.
Blood Ninja says, with WWE, you have to expect the unexpected.
Division.
What is that?
Scratching. It's Wellington scratching on the floor.
Oh.
What do you mean, you people?
Somebody says, I'm the person who is texting much.
I love that Jinder Mahal is calling America out on their shit, and he's supposed to be a heel, and everybody's pissed about it, but it's true.
Truth. Yeah, truths are bad. You can't call people out on their shit, but it's facts, bitches! Facts!
USA. Jinder's going to be the guy. He's going to be that guy. The bad guy.
Thanks for telling the truth, because it's true.
There we go. Jinder's going to be the unifier of America. Is he going to run? 2020. Jinder for president.
2020?
Yeah, but he's from Canada, so he can't be our president. I love that he... The modern day Maharaja.
I was like, right, last week was a much needed break. Yep. Chris says, oh, Jinder is doing great heel work like Christian. Blood Ninja says, is a bipolar relationship with when it comes to WWE. They make us happy, then piss us off. Then happy again, then piss us off. I want a divorce.
This is my happiness right here. They finally... This is my favorite wrestler right now. But it's all... I've always liked Jinder.
Pickle's like, but silly TK had to ruin it and threw on a pay-per-view. Leave it to that guy. Stephanie says, is Jinder Hill? I think so. Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he's a Hill. If he can stay in character long enough to do it.
He just said that that's a new low for San Diego. You boo me because I look different and speak different.
Oh, God.
You're Canadian, dude. Let it go.
That's worse. That he's... No, I'm just kidding. Right. Chris says, I think Jinder is trying to be like Muhammad Hassan done right.
I know, but he's Canadian. It doesn't work. Everybody's looking at the screen. Somebody's coming down here soon.
Stephanie says, The Rock is here. Pickle's like, probable. Blood's like, oh my God. And Chris says,
here we go.
I told you. Do you want to get your stuff going?
The Rock.
The Rock, yeah. As Chris says, I told you, The Rock.
Rocky. Movia.
I don't care for this person anymore. He's a garbage heap, too. Lose their face. Sell out. Sell out. How dare you come down and pretend you're for America? Go fuck off.
Isn't this the guy that was trying to get money for people?
Yeah, from people. Fuck you, fucking piece of shit. I'm so for the people in Maui. No, you fucking is not. Fuck you.
He's like, well, I wouldn't use my money.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Boo. 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 Stephanie's like, knock, knock. And Pico's like, oh, Lord. Chris like, hopefully Jinder will attack Rock with Veer and Shanky. There's no Veer and Shanky. It's Veer and some other guy. I don't know who he is. I can't remember his name. Shanky disappeared somewhere. They probably had to get rid of him because he was making googly eyes at Ricochet's woman.
He's looking at the goose pimples on his arm.
Yeah. Yeah, he pretends really well. Ugh, this person. Barfo. El Barf!
No, it's not what I wanted.
Terrible, terrible human. Chris says Rock literally stealing spotlight. Jinder trying to get himself over, man. Fuck off, Rock. Well, they had to have somebody take the fall, right? That's how it goes. So it says, give me the money in the bank to go and cash in. People's like, dang, you are 40 seconds behind. Yeah, it happens. It happens when you are on different network things and stuff like that. It's just how it is.
I don't know if that's working. Keeps doing that.
I guess supposedly there's a banger of a match going to happen. Robbie says it looks like one.
Rocky. Well, people got to be excited for this one. It's kind of a big deal. Rocky Movia.
I don't think that's who that is.
What? What's Rocky Movia? Is it a lookalike? He does look like Batista. From behind, like Rocky's starting to look like Batista.
Somebody says grab one of the money in the bank. Yeah, one of our things up there. They're permanently there forever.
That's who Hogan won his first championship from. The Iron Sheik.
Oh, this man bores me.
Of course you hear Rock. The people's champion.
Chris has Jinder laying it in on Rock. Oh, they're trying, right? Stephanie's like, what's next? Stone Cold?
Right? They're going to let out the old folks. Hogan's going to limp down here next.
He'd have to be in a little motorized scooter, his rascal. He chanting Jesus saved him. Sorry.
Is The Rock's going to announce...
Fuck you! You're not proud to be an American, you fucking jabroni yourself.
He's going to announce his presidency.
Fucking loser fuckface.
Finally.
Loser. Chris says Tinker going to come out on a bike. A tricycle?
No, it'll be a swing. The three-wheelered ones.
Stephanie says Delissa LOL.
Jabroni. Yeah. Old Rocky Movia.
Did you buy some on Amazon?
I did.
Okay. I was like, what the fuck? When did you do that? 1 minute ago. I'm like, what?
It was hours ago. But...
Oh, it just posted it.
The resting bitch face. Come on, Rock. You can do better.
So all you can do is say swear words? Wow.
Well, he's from that era, the Attitude Era.
Lame-o.
But he's usually pretty damn funny, so.
Chris says at least this proves that H realized that Gender is the only guy in the back that could be out there with Rock. Well, the only one they could, like, embarrass, I guess.
Yeah, they don't care about gender.
Without caring. Stephanie says, what's next? Austin Theory?
Oh, Lord. It didn't matter if you didn't see Baywatch.
The only reason why anybody watches Baywatch is for Zac Efron. Sorry. It is a joke, and if you can't see it, then you're the problem too. At this point, it is. It must be. You fucking out there panhandling for other people's money when you're a fucking billionaire. Fuck you. Fuck you. Chris says, I still think Rock should have buried Dom.
You don't want him out there with Dom. That'll make Dom too popular.
Stephanie's like, Stephanie! Stephanie! Nope. Oh, God. I wonder if he talks like that when he's fucking his wife.
I don't know if he has a wife.
Yeah.
I thought Rock was gay.
Supposedly he has kids.
Well, yeah, that doesn't mean anything. I thought that there was rumors that he was
I wouldn't be surprised. But
alleged. I'd have to check with my source.
Robbie says,
Trust
if you, he's such a passionate wrestling fan. Actually, Robbie, it has nothing to do with him as a wrestler. It has to do with him as a person. He's a fucking piece of shit. Dwayne Johnson is a fucking piece of garbage.
Allegedly.
No, he is. Somebody says, who bailed Dom out of jail? Mammy.
Mammy did it.
Chris says, Rock is doing same promo as Theory.
Right?
That is so boring. Oh, God.
They did this with Baron Corbin, remember?
Yeah.
And then Becky Lynch came down for some reason.
It was even more dumb then. It's just as stupid now. I was like, why, you met him to know that, Dee? No, Robbie. I just know what they put in all of the actions that he has done lately, and probably the last year, shows his true colors of what a fucking piece of shit garbage he is. So, yeah.
Why do we have to bring politics into his wrestling?
Because that's part of him.
No.
It kind
try to
of
separate.
I don't give a shit. Like, there are many reasons why I don't like most wrestlers because of who they are as a person. And he is one of them. Holy crap. Somebody's like, I agree with you, Delissa. And Robbie says, what's he done that's so bad? Robbie, you're in the UK. You wouldn't care or even understand. So, and I'm not going to explain it on here. Sorry. You'll have to do some research yourself. Oh, God. Oh, fuck off.
Oh, God, this is going to be funny.
Robbie says, I'm just asking. Well, I'm glad that you're asking, but I'm not going to discuss it in here. And you can look it up if you want to. But it'll have nothing to do with the UK or anything around the world. It has to do with these done here in the States.
He's got no balls down there.
Jesus Christ. I can't listen to him anymore. So he goes, Delissa, stand up and stretch if you're bored. Yeah, that's all right. Chris says, yay, gender.
It's going to be a fight. Oh, Jinder got
good.
him.
Finally, somebody
Get him,
did
Jinder.
something about it. Oh, kick him where it really counts, in his guts. He's really weak there. Give him some diverticulitis. Give him the old diverticulitis.
Rocky Movia still getting it done at age of 70. Or is he 60? 60. He looks like Dave Bautista from behind. It's crazy.
It's because of the fat on his head. The fat rolls now that he has.
Uh-huh.
Weird
Uh-oh,
things.
people's elbow.
He had to take his pants apart. What a freak.
Well, he wants to whip him. I'm running for president.
So if it says stand up and stretch, you'll feel okay. I'm fine. I don't need to stand up and stretch. We only have like 45 minutes left of it, so it's good. What the fuck?
At the head of the table.
Jesus Christ.
It's going to be table. Head of the table. He's hitting at Roman. Saw that coming.
Robbie says nothing came up when I Googled. Well, you must not be in the States then. Chris says Rock sit at the head of the table, Rock calling out Roman. And Stephanie's like, Rock calling out Roman? Yeah, maybe he can talk about himself in the third person some more.
Well, Roman's got to beat him, so it makes sense. The only problem is Roman has to win that.
He's smelling a whale's vagina.
Right. He has to win that because he has to be the head of the table. But Roman has to win it because you can't put the title on Rock. So it's kind of a dumb thing. So they have to take the title off of him for that match to happen.
Yep.
For it to work. Because you can't put the title on Rock.
Mm-hmm. Norby says, so WWE is that shite they needed The Rock to come back.
Yeah, it's tough for him. And it makes sense. And why not when you have all that money?
Chris says, I feel like Drew should win.
Me too. I do. I think Drew should win this. I was looking at it earlier. And how they're playing it out, it's Drew has to win, you know, type of thing.
Yeah.
If he doesn't win, then, you know, his legacy's toast. That
Yeah,
was
we'll
was
see,
from
I
Triple
guess.
H. His tweet on Twitter.
Oh, Jesus Christ. He should just not talk.
Of course he
Guy's a
shouldn't.
fucking dumb douchebag, too. Stephanie says, what's next? Seth versus Drew. That's what's next.
Yeah.
Next.
Could even
next,
be the main
next,
event.
Next.
Oh, shit. Well, well.
Next. 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 Next.
What's next?
Next.
NXT tomorrow.
Chris says they're saying Rock versus Roman in Elimination Chamber, then Cody at Mania, but they're Punk in the background.
Well, Punk's with Seth.
Yeah.
That's a
He's
different.
kind of on Raw, so meh. Okay. Stephanie says Rock versus Roman WrestleMania 40.
I don't
Stephanie's
know.
like, Delissa, am I boring? No, are you?
Why would you be boring? What'd you do?
You don't seem boring.
You haven't been here long enough for us to tease you.
It's true.
Once you've been here long enough, you'll get teased. That's when you know you're fit in. When we know you won't be sensitive and leave.
That's when you're one of us. Can't be offended and can't be sensitive.
Da, 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 da. All right. Well, halftime report. It looked like it was, what, 14-14?
I didn't see it.
That girl's very bouncy, 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 bouncy. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. It's a good game. Who's going to go on to play Michigan on the 15th?
Like taking you into shore, perhaps, more.
Come on, Texas. Come on, Washington. Show me something.
Yeah. Something good.
We just don't want Jim Harbaugh to win a national championship.
Yeah, that guy. Chris says it would be cool if Andrade cost Drew the title, save Seth title reign for Punk. Well, no Batista unless they do one more segment before main event. They might. There is enough time. It is only 8:15.
Yeah, you got time. There's no way that match is going to be 45 minutes, so.
Sure.
You going to go to Sizzler?
No.
And get some steak, potato, gravy?
No. Stephanie says, get teased by who?
Us. There are people in here.
People.
Have you not seen how we treat Ravi and Picola? Ayla? And others?
Wouldn't be that person if I hadn't have done it. Dun, dun, dun.
Tomorrow's just a normal day again,
It is,
but it's the first normal day of the year.
basically. You could say that, I guess. What do you consider normal?
9 to 5s and mail and
Nobody likes that.
stores are opened and it's
Stores
just
were
normal.
open today, I'm
No,
sure.
just like normalcy. Back to normalcy.
Ravi says no, just me. LOL. Stephanie says I to see.
LOL!
I don't care. I don't care.
Well, yeah, but if we start teasing, you'll just not show back up tomorrow or whenever we're back on.
Chris,
Make sure you have your notifications on because literally I have no idea if we're going to be on tomorrow or the next day or not at all ever again.
Chris says I could see Tiffany Stratton versus Jade as a dream match as early as SummerSlam, Survivor Series, or next year Rumble or Mania.
Yeah, I mean, they could do that if they wanted to go that route, or they could even put those two together. And I don't mean as a tag team, I mean as a faction, because they're both on that level.
Mm-hmm.
Very flashy and you know, daddy's princesses type. It'd work.
Yeah.
They could throw another one in there if they wanted to. But I don't want them to have tag team titles or any of that crap. I want them to be dominant, but individuals. Like Tully Blanchard and Ric Flair and Arn Anderson.
Right.
Barry Windham. It just works if you do it right. And Triple H knows how to do that part of it.
Ravi says you're not part of the gap if you don't get bantered. True that.
I told you they were trolling us, by the way, that there was going to be a real champion that came out.
Oh, I know.
Because I knew it wasn't going to be Jinder. I just didn't know who it would be. Because in the old days, this was Hulk Hogan. So I can't get him upset for doing this because Hogan used to do the same shit. You know, when they would start bashing on America, Hogan would just show up.
Chris says I'd also pair up LA Knight and Tiffany Stratton, but Kaiser goes out with her.
Kaiser does not go out with her. It's Grayson Waller.
It is.
It's Waller. Now, Ludwig looks like he should go out with her, but he doesn't. It's Grayson from Australia. He likes it down under, mate.
Stephanie says bye, IDC. I don't know what that means. Are you leaving?
Or are you buying something?
It's like the bye-byes. Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.
Bye-bye.
People's elbow.
They're just showing us what happened, moments ago, because God forbid people actually watch this. Please give us a recap for 10 minutes. Thank you.
Well, they have to because there's nothing else they can do.
Chris says, well, hopefully moving forward, this will push gender. You're hilarious.
It doesn't work. They didn't do that with Corbin either. And then when people came out, they called him whatever. I can't even remember what it was.
I don't remember what they called him
But
either.
they did the same thing with the chanting of whatever it was.
Whatever the name they gave him.
And then, anyway, so now when Jinder comes out, they're going to chant.
Douchebag.
Day one douchebag.
Robbie says, for some reason, why I think Stephanie is Sophie with another account. Chris says, oh shit, here comes the eye candy, Shayna.
Oh, I forgot this match was going to be on. Yeah, we got Shayna and
I forgot this
Zoe
one.
Stark versus Tegan and Nicola the Heart, Natalia.
That lady.
Not the fat lady.
I said
I know.
that
I know what you said.
lady.
She's not fat, Aletha. Leave her alone.
I didn't say she was.
That's why it's a joke.
Oh
Because she said that.
my god, so funny. So hilarious right now. Like, it's so funny.
It's just fat titties. Because they're fat. Do you think they're fat or do you think they're made out of like some sort of a solution? They're solutioned. She didn't have those years ago.
Did you say smell?
Yeah, smell what the rock's cooking.
Robbie says all the pretty people in the ring, oh, Natalia just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
I know.
Yeah, she's a star.
Her chest is like a supernova.
It attracts planets.
It's better to burn out than fade away.
Which is funny because on the thing it's Natalia and Tegan Knox and Dumb Bitch said it backwards.
Right.
Mm.
They need to find themselves a ring announcer.
That can actually do ring announcing
Just a ring
correctly.
announcer. Like any almost. I would rather a little kid in the audience do it than the one that does it. The one in NXT is not much better, by the way.
No.
They need to get the dude from AEW.
Yeah, he does
He's
good.
fucking awesome. They have a girl over there, too, that'll do it every once in a while, but the dude is other level. He should work for Bruce and Michael.
Yeah.
Because they own their own company.
Buffer.
Yeah. Just go
Robbie
in
says
with them.
someone addicted to plastic surgery. Stephanie says, Robbie, continue dreaming.
There's a tag! Soccer style kick from No Knees Tegan. Into the ropes. Oh, that is Natalia. I'm like, who is that? Doesn't look like her from the back because she's wearing like a two-piece. Oh, God, kicked her right in the right tit. 1, 2. That was a left tit, sorry.
Chris says, I love the Ring of Honor a ring announcer. He's fucking awesome announcer. And Robbie says, Bliss and Nia's mate Mick Rome used to be the ring announcer. I don't know who that is, so I can't even
In
fathom
WWE?
that information.
Without fathom. What time is it?
I said I can't even fathom. I didn't say it's unfathomable.
It's unfathomable.
Robbie's like, yeah, he did in WWE. Mike Rome.
I think I remember that name. Isn't there a guy that with that same name that does the dirty jobs with the deep voice? Isn't that his name? Mike Rowe or whatever? You know what I'm talking about? The dirty jobs guy.
Oh,
He's funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Isn't that his name?
N-
Mike Rowe?
Yeah, his name's Roe, but he's saying Rome.
I know, I get it, but I'm just saying.
I don't have parents. I'm a teddy bear that came alive.
That comes out on the 15th if you want to watch it. I know a lot of people aren't looking forward to it because it doesn't have Marky Mark in it.
It's supposed to be him as a kid. It's when he was a kid.
Is that so?
Yes, that's before. That's when he was a kid. I don't think it's supposed to be like after. It's like
right? Yeah.
when Marky Mark's character was a kid. I'm pretty sure.
I don't, I'm assuming it is too. But Seth MacFarlane can be a funny motherfucker, but he can also be weird.
Yes.
But so can the guy I like. You know, not Farley. God, I don't know why I keep calling him Farley. Farrell.
Will Ferrell.
Some of his movies are home runs, and then other ones are like he keeps the stupid going, and so it's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Like the basketball one, it's dumb, but old school's fucking tastic.
Yeah.
Talladega Nights is good. Step Brothers, you know, it's an eh.
Old school.
Yeah, and then the Wedding Crashers, and that his part in there is fine because it's small.
Yeah.
But he's does it.
Yeah.
I like him at the end when he's all winking at the gay kid or whatever, and he's like, he doesn't know what's gonna happen to him at the midnight raping. That's all I can picture every time I think of it. I'm like,
Oh no.
he's gonna have his own sock that he wore all day in his mouth.
And he's gonna have a painting tied to a bed all night. The midnight raping.
The midnight raping. That shit is fucking classic.
All right, we're back from
Oh!
commercial
Shayna
break
Baszler.
with this women's match of Natalia and Tegan Knox versus Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark.
I love that Natalia went 2 generations of wrestling, you know, like because she's been around for 40 years, or I mean 20 years or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, she wasn't into the sex stuff, and now she's like
Trying to
sexy.
be? Uh-huh.
And it's like, why are you trying to be sexy in your late 30s, 40s, whatever she is? Not late 40s, but it'd be early. Oh, God. Indie wrestling in the Pixie in the back.
Mrs. Spaghetti.
Don't tear her knee ligament, girl.
Tear one!
Go slow.
Tear it! Tear it! Tear it! Tear it!
Are they going to change her name to Tara? Shayna had to put her shoulders down.
Yeah. Fucking Jesus.
This is fucking garbage. If anybody you are watching this at home and think this is good wrestling in any shape or form, this is every one of her matches. Shayna Baszler.
Oh, yeah.
Every one. Now watch, when Natalia's in there with her, it won't be as bad. But when she's in there with somebody that sucks, it's so bad. Shayna is so terrible at it because she's so slow. You
Robbie.
see it? The
Oh, yeah.
Every move's a setup.
Yep. Robbie says Natalia Tegan combo. That's better than anything at Popeyes. Poppies. 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 What the fuck that means?
Poppies?
I guess. Poppies.
Boobs, probably. Puppies.
I have no idea.
If
what
it's
he
something to do
means.
with boobs, then
I don't think so.
Because the puppies things was a big thing. And
It's Poppies. It's a word, I guess, supposedly like poppies, but
right.
a flower,
Use it in a context.
opium. I mean, where are we going with
Use
this?
it in a how's it used?
It's at the end of the sentence. Oh, Popeyes. Oh, you mean chicken.
Like, how's it used? You're like at the end of a sentence. I'm like, can you tell me the sentence?
That's what you get for not listening. I'll read you the sentence. Natalia Tegan combo. That's better than anything at Poppies.
It would be a place of business.
Fuck
Maybe
is
it's
Poppies?
maybe it's on Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. Don't they go to the poppies at the casino? And
I
they
don't
eat the
remember.
flower, the
Maybe.
lotus flower.
Anyways, Popeyes, he meant.
I know.
Like KFC. I don't think that's a really good combo, but okay. Chris says, no fucking way. There's more allegations coming out with Jericho, names like Kelly now, and even some people saying Scarlett Bordeaux allegations. What the fuck, Jericho?
Yeah, when they go after you hard. It makes you wonder what he's done.
Yep. I bet both of them are lying too.
It's tough when they come at you hard.
They will ruin his life because they think they can. So. Rob is like, can't tell D, I was being sarcastic.
Kelly though, that's an interesting one. And who was there?
Scarlett Bordeaux.
That's an interesting one.
It's like the dumbest fucking shit ever.
Scarlett Bordeaux.
Fuck off.
You know, she used to be kind of heavy set. Like when she was in the minors.
Oh, I'm sure that's why. That's probably why.
He's like, let me ride that donkey. Let me ride that donkey.
Stephanie says, your videos are amazing.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Stephanie.
That's all we know.
Chris says, yep, Kelly allegations going back since '08. Wow, it's a good thing they decided to come out now. How long did it take him? 20 years? I'm pretty sure there's a statute of limitations on that motherfucking shit.
First of all, there's not. Second, it's 15 years, not 20. And the thing about it is that it's not even 15, is it? Did she say 08?
Oh, wait.
Yeah. So it's 15. Because 28 would be, and it's 24.
03 would be 20.
Would it?
Well,
No,
04
it'd be
would
30.
be 20. If you want to do it that way.
You're so weird. How's that possible? That'd be 04 to 24 would be 20.
Yes.
It's 08.
So it's 20 years. It's 16 years.
There you go.
About 20.
Anyways, garbage. And it
It
depends
doesn't
on
matter. It's bullshit anyways.
Hold on a second. What is the allegation? That he hit on him? Or that he raped him?
Yeah.
Because rape, there's no statute anymore on sexual assaults. But
Prove it.
But if there's like, I don't know what you call it, like flirting or like indecent exposure and shit, yes, there's statutes of limitation. I mean, obviously he could get fired, but Tony Khan's just as bad as, well, obviously in 08 he had nothing to do with that. But with the non-disclosure agreement that he made her, what's her name, sign? That's Tony Khan's bad. Sorry. Look at, oh, Texas guy dropped it.
Oh, no, not the drop.
And then he went to pout and he got pushed in the back and almost died.
Rod's like, D, wasn't your girl meant to be some badass UFC fighter and not some wet fish?
Oh, he had it too.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Baszler.
She ain't
UFC
my
fight.
girl. She's Chris's girl. He loves her.
I don't know how anybody could love that.
Chris said, oh shit, here comes the eye candy Shayna.
Yeah, he's always called her that. It's hilarious.
Chris loves her. Thinks she's some badass UFC fighter. But for all I know, she could be a wet fish. How do I know? I don't know.
You
what
guys,
she
we
identifies
have a main event, pay-per-view worthy match coming up.
as. It
after
should
the
be.
break.
It's like a pay-per-view. It's day one, Travis.
What they should do with it
I
is
feel
make
like
it
we're watching AEW.
make it commercial free. It is AEW.
Since it's 100%, do you think it's true?
Just try it. The worst that can happen is the same thing, and then you have to buy a new one.
Maybe it really didn't charge
I used to have a
earlier.
huge crush on this girl. Did I ever tell you that? She was in Destiny's Child.
Oh.
Kelly Rowland or whatever. She married the football player for the Cowboys. So it ruined my relationship with her.
It's funny.
I never pursued her after that.
I wonder if
I think it was Roy Williams.
I wonder if it just didn't charge.
But it said it was at 96 when I picked it up. And I looked at it and then I was like, oh, you should get your watch. Because I knew it would be 100 because it was like an hour later. Is that upside down?
No, is that?
I looked upside down, sorry.
Well, it is upside down for you.
Oh, I guess it would be. Yeah, it's upside down for me.
It's not on there for you to look at.
Maybe it's supposed to be. Is it up to 100% on there?
Mhm.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what happened. That was weird.
Hopefully it's over and you never deal with it again. But if it does it again, we'll just have to get you another one.
I don't even know how old this one is.
Not very old, because I got mine at the same time.
Whatever. I feel like it's way old.
Like 2 years. The new ones are just going to be Google,
Ew.
because Google bought Fitbit.
It's dumb.
You can sign into your
Sell
Fitbit account
outs.
with Google now.
Sell out. So they can spy on you even more.
Mhm.
Spying.
AI knows where you're at.
Mm.
They already know where you're at because of your phone, so don't worry about it.
Rob
Even
is like,
with it on airplane. I watched a guy that does it, like he's a professional. And they follow you better when it's on airplane mode than they do when it's
yeah,
not.
because it's not normal. So you're better off just turning it off all the time.
Yeah, he didn't do that test, so I don't know if it does it when it's off, but
It doesn't. It can't follow you when it's off because it doesn't ping off anything.
put it in a lead box in your trunk. It's like Superman. Put kryptonite in there.
Robbie says a little eye candy, more like pass me the bucket. Chris says, yep, looking into it, apparently there's an article back in 09 saying Jericho loved Kelly Kelly and there was a pic of them kissing in a nightclub. And it said he would have left his wife for Kelly Kelly, but she was going with Punk at the time.
She has terrible taste in men.
So we're saying the allegations are her saying yes then, and so now all of a sudden she's regretting her choices in life 15, 16 years later. And so all of a sudden she's like, I never said yes.
So hold on a second. So she was screwing Punk and Jericho at the same time.
She was slobbering on Kelly. She was slobbering on Jericho in a nightclub.
What is this?
And going with Punk at the same time.
Preview special?
Preview special live this Thursday.
Is it a major announcement from Triple H?
It's Tony Khan.
It's fucking Tony Khan! You guys gotta be jumping on it now. He's got a special announcement, guys.
It's gonna be so special.
You can't tell me it's not the same man.
The fucking shit is the same. Jesus. So pathetic. Like, dude, pathetico. Chris says, yeah, Punk went with Maria, Lita, Mickey James, Kelly, AJ Lee. He stopped at AJ Lee and married her. Poor AJ Lee. You have to wonder if he's got something wrong with this tallywhacker. You'd think she would want kids by now.
Maybe she don't want kids. Drew Mack. Oh, so it was obviously a fake injury. So they're just
So
keeping.
fake.
So he just wanted to go home for the holidays, probably to Canada or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at the staples in his head.
Oh, look, Sophie's back.
Hey, Sophie.
But will Stephanie be on here? Dun, dun, dun.
I don't think they're the same person. They don't act the same.
Sophie says that rock segment was good.
You liked it?
Thought it was really sad.
I thought it was. He's done better.
Yeah, it was so not up to par with what he usually is.
He usually is a lot funnier, and it was kind of dry. I don't know. I was like, do better, Rock. Do better. But it is exciting, and I know what it's like to be a fan of somebody. So when Hulk Hogan would come back, I know how it would feel. And so I don't want to bash on it because younger people that like The Rock have that feeling when he comes back.
Right.
And so I know what that feeling feels like. Now I'll never feel it again. Because Hogan is basically dead. And so is Bray. Those are the only two guys. Brock gets me going, but if they bring Brock back, it's to lose.
Mm-hmm.
And when Hogan would come back, it would be to win. So it was exciting. Brock's like, give me enough money and I'll destroy my legacy. I don't give a shit. You know, 10 million? Okay. Like The Rock probably just made 10 million.
I'm sure he did.
He's like, that's fine. I'll just have him chant some stupid
He ain't
shit.
gonna do it for fucking free.
Big Drew. I outweighed him by 4 pounds this morning.
What?
I said I outweighed him by 4 pounds this morning.
I wasn't even paying attention to my side at all.
Maybe you should.
So he says he called out Roman Reigns, so who knows how that messed up Mania plans.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll have
they
anything to
messed
do.
it up because nobody talked about it in the back before it came out.
Right. Well, we knew when Tony Khan took over WWE, or I mean Triple H, that this would happen, and they'll probably take Cody out of that and put The Rock in, because Triple H doesn't like Cody.
I hope they breach his contract so that they get fucked and sued.
Nah. Look at that. Seth going right after Drew. The referee got involved, though, and that gave Drew the advantage. Get him, Drew. Get him, Seth. I don't have a horse in the race, but I wouldn't mind if Drew won it. Just because he's a heel. And then they could always do the Punk and Seth thing without the Money in the Bank, and or not Money in the Bank, but the Royal Rumble.
Title and...
Yeah, and that would be way better without the title.
Right.
Wow, wow, wow.
And so he says, when Jinder came out, did you hear the crickets?
Yeah, he's one of my favorites, but yeah, definitely.
Jinder was on WWE TV like a few weeks ago. Wasn't he managing a team or something?
Yeah, he still is. Same guy, Veer, and what's his name? I don't remember the other guy's name, but he's huge.
Mm-hmm.
I like that they didn't make Jinder out to be just a pussy. He, like, actually did something against The Rock instead of just getting beat up.
Mm-hmm.
But he did lose to an old man, which is weird as shit. But it is what it is. You got to do that. There again, that's what I was saying. You have to have that. He can't come back and lose.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to do it with Roman. If that is true. I do like how he said, do you want me to get a booth? I knew that was coming when he said that. Or do you want me to sit at the head of the table? I wonder if The Rock doesn't know that Roman is on SmackDown. Because this is Raw. And maybe they just wanted ratings for Raw because it was so low last week, it scared them. Like some of the shareholders.
They aren't going to be in San Diego for SmackDown, so it wouldn't make sense.
Where's that? You just do that with whatever city. You just change.
They're going to pay him to fly wherever. More money.
He doesn't live in San Diego.
He lives close enough to it that it's not like that big of a deal.
Well, how do you know they're not going to be in like Los Angeles on Friday?
I don't know where fucking SmackDown is.
I don't know where it is either. For all I know, it could be in Canada.
Maybe it's not allowed in Canada.
Maybe it's in Ottawa, which is on the other side of the United States, / above into Canada.
Mm.
It's also the Canada capital. Did you know that?
Ottawa?
Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't realize that.
Of all of Canada?
Mm-hmm. A lot of people are like, Canada doesn't have a capital. It's like, yeah, they do. And it's Ottawa. Every time I get those questions, I go, hockey teams. Right? Like, that's how my brain thinks. And so I go through all the hockey teams, and I'm like, okay, no, it's not Toronto, because that would be too obvious. So it's got to be Ottawa. It's not Winnipeg. What's the one that's right above us? Is that Winnipeg?
I don't think so.
Calgary? It might be Calgary.
I don't know my Canada, so it's all on you. So it says, what was Jinder returning from?
He didn't return from anything.
I don't know.
Just
I didn't know he left for something.
he's just a manager. That's why it was the... He's a former champion, so it made everybody go, huh, why is it Jinder? And then they were trolling us so they could hit it with The Rock's music. Do you smell what The Rock just did in the toilet?
Because he's wearing a diaper now.
He looks like Dave Bautista from behind now. It's weird. He didn't used to look like that, but now he's got those rolls on the back of his head. And it is creepy. How do you get those? Is that from lifting?
I have no idea.
I don't have any. I'm trying to make myself have them. But I don't.
Robbie says, is this a new storyline, Seth and Drew?
No, it's been going on for about 2 months or longer.
So he says, let's see how Roman is going to react to what The Rock said on SmackDown.
Is Roman going to be on SmackDown?
Is he even going to be around to care?
He is a big target right now.
Robbie says, Stephanie gone. The Sophie comes back. And Sophie says, what The Rock did to Jinder, he did to Austin Theory a few months ago on SmackDown.
Yeah, same. They just replayed it. It's pretty funny. Rocky. But he didn't call out Roman at that time, so this time he did. At least hinted at it. And
So
Roman needs that, but I've also heard that Roman might retire after WrestleMania. Like this might be the end of it, and so he would just forfeit the belts after Mania, win and forfeit them. I heard that. There's a lot of different stories going around, but I heard that from Trust Me, Bro.
Nice.
Oh!
Sophie says Australia does want The Rock when the WWE goes to the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view.
Why wouldn't they? He's a mega star.
And Sophie says, I like that they are treating this like a pay-per-view. I could see them do this every once in a while by making their weekly shows into a pay-per-view type of show.
Yeah, Tony Khan does it. It's a Tony Khan thing, but Triple H is Tony Khan.
Yeah, you don't watch AEW, so you don't know, but this is exactly what AEW does all the time.
It's a Tony Khan thing. I swear to God, they're the same exact person.
And Sophie's like, this show hasn't been bad.
No.
Then you should watch AEW.
Yeah, you'd like AEW. You just don't like AEW because you don't watch it, and you watch what people on Twitter write and what the guys that do the reviews do. And in reality, if you watched AEW, you'd probably like it if you like the Triple H era stuff that he does, because that's what Tony Khan does. Right now, what's his name? Samoa Joe's the world champion.
Yeah.
He's like a Bronson Reed type.
Robin says, I'm not sure The Rock being back is going to get old viewers back.
No, you would need a little bit more than that. I truly believe you would need a little bit more than just The Rock. Now, granted, people are going to watch a pay-per-view if The Rock's going to be on it. 100%. I think you would get it for pay-per-views, but I don't think you'd get it for, a Monday Night Raw that nobody knows it's happening.
Right.
You would have to say, hey, in 2 weeks, The Rock's going to be on, and then you make
You'd
sure
have to sell it.
the word got out.
You can't do your surprise on Twitter. You can't Twitter it out there.
Well, if you want old fans, 50 plus. But if
Somebody
they're
says-
selling it to 12-year-olds, it might work.
So he says, I'm not saying that SmackDown, probably a future SmackDown.
Right? They're doing this SmackDown, by the way, as like a revolution. New Year's revolution or something like that. Revolution. I didn't read it all the way. But this Friday. So they're already doing a SmackDown one, too.
Robbie says, yes, I agree, but WWE has been bad. And Sophie says, it will be interesting whenever The Rock and Roman come face to face. And Robbie says, Roman can't retire. I was hoping for a Shield reunion.
Yeah. Well, they could do it in AEW. They just got to get Seth over there somehow.
Sophie says, but WWE has a pay-per-view every month, though.
They do.
Why does that matter?
Royal Rumble. You think The Rock will be in the Rumble? I mean,
No.
he could.
It's talking about what you said about them having shows like this.
Right.
And saying, well, we're saying AEW does this kind of stuff all the time. And the argument is, well, WWE has pay-per-views every month where AEW doesn't, so they have to do shows like that.
Right.
No, actually, they don't. They just do.
Yeah, you see
They
it
have
you
forever.
saw it every once in a while anyways. Vince would do a, this is the 1,000th episode or the 1,200th episode. They did special things. And anytime it gets bad, Vince would always bring in the legends. You get Hogan and The Undertaker and Austin and The Rock. The problem is what are they going to do in 15 years when they don't have any legends?
Yeah, because none of these guys are legends.
Like Brock going to show up and not look like a badass? With his spider arms at the size of, somebody's ankles.
That's why I said have Hulk Hogan come down on his rascal.
I know.
I mean, fuck off. Like, the poor man can't even walk.
You've got to have some stars so you can keep them around with money and show them. I mean, the only stars they really have are Becky and Charlotte. And those are women. And that ain't going to bring in fans in 15 years. Some 55-year-old women that don't have Trish Stratus bodies. Trish Stratus is different, right? Trish Stratus has a Trish Stratus body. Tori Wilson has a Tori Wilson body. Those work. Charlotte don't.
You just get ones like Lita.
Yeah, Lita got the boobs, but she ain't got nothing. She looked like a frog stood up, put her pants on.
So it's like the writers of the WWE probably already have the Mania card written in paper.
Start your chart. Sorry, should have told you a while back.
That's fine.
I didn't realize it was so late. This show is moving by so quick. It's weird. Can't complain.
Anyway, Sophie said the writers of the WWE probably have the Mania card written in paper.
Yeah.
Blood says they will make no legends or no new legends. Robbie says they just trying to beef up, make their weekly shows special once in a while.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with what they're
Sophie
doing.
says it took them 4 years for The Rock to acknowledge Roman Reigns, and Blood says new legends. And Robbie says they can bring back Rey as a legend. I love
Oh,
Frog
God.
standing up, putting her pants on. I can imagine that. Christian looks exactly the same.
Just no ass back there, Edge.
Edge looks exactly
Yeah.
the same. When they're in their wrestling gear, it's really, really, like, adamant. Blood says wrestling fans don't really like the women. Women get so much hate, so as the women come on, they like ugly or they body shame them. Like, come on, fan, do better.
Yeah, it's just the way it is. Women are held at different standards than men.
Oh, not ugly, my bad. Ugh. Sophie says now it makes sense why CM Punk missed this week because they knew The Rock was booked this week.
Right.
Yeah, that's really probably why.
They'll bring CM next week, and the week after that, they can bring Austin. The week after that, Hogan. The week after that, they could bring in John Cena.
Have Rey Mysterio come back with his crutches.
Have Ray come up in February. And then that'll bring you right back around to The Rock for the pay-per-view in Australia.
Silly.
Have the Tribal Chief come on Raw for fun.
Blood says, I'm excited for the Rumble.
I always am. I call this the road to WrestleMania. Like, I don't know if you have heard of Highway 66, Route 66. They there's a road that comes into it that's Route 6. So there's when they collide, it's Route 666 on the sign.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I always think of
That's funny.
for right now. This few weeks before the Rumble. And the Rumble's always right there on the 28, 29, 27, whatever. So it's at the end of the month.
Right?
So you got like 3 weeks from New Year's to the Rumble. The road to the road. Little kip up by Drew. Come on, Drew. Cash your WrestleMania ticket right now, buddy.
Huh. FX is doing a series called Shogun, huh? That looked kind of interesting.
I saw that.
Robbie says, as long as the Bella twins don't come back.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're planning on it.
I think they dropped that, so they aren't even the Bella twins anymore.
Yeah, they call them like Garcia or Fernandez or whatever.
Yeah, they aren't even them anymore. I guess they cut ties with WWE for some reason. Sophie says, how was the pay-per-view on Saturday?
It's all right. I mean,
It was AEW.
they
did
put
some
the
stupid
title
shit,
on
but, okay, that
freaking
works.
Samoa Joe and Edge for a minute. Edge was the television champion for, I don't know, 5 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
And the Luchasaurus after that.
No, he didn't take it.
Or
he
he
had a
didn't take
contract
it,
to get it.
and then he just gave it.
Christian came in and said, you give me that contract. You give it to me.
Right.
And so he gave it over to him. He signed the contract. It was a one-time contract to go up against the champion at
Right,
any
because he
point.
won the Battle Royal. Yeah.
Mhm. Blood says it is so exciting just to count down 60 times.
There it is, pedigree. Put a fork in him, he's done.
Oh, he's not.
Why didn't he do 2 pedigrees and a curb stomp? That's what he should have done.
So it says during WrestleMania season, they do like to give us twists and turns. And Blood did say it is so exciting just to count down 60 times.
Exactly. I bought a countdown clock, guys, for $40 today. It'll be here in a couple days, and I will put it up here, and I will practice countdowns for that.
Sophie says the Rumble and Elimination Chamber pay-per-views are
Get it
important because
new
it
champion
sets up 4 matches for Mania.
New champion. Come on, Drew.
Robbie says follow that yellow brick road to Wrestling Mania. Sophie says Christian did to Edge what Edge did to Cena all those years ago. Says, oh gosh.
Look at this. He just hit him with the briefcase.
Robbie says.
But why would you do it now? It would be a triple threat if you did
identical.
it now. See, Drew with the Claymore, he saw that coming. God damn it. Drew had to fuck it up.
Blood's like, just let him cash in.
I know. That's it. We're going to have a new champion, guys. That's it. New champion. Oh, his foot's on the rope. Drew, just pin him again.
Yeah.
He was out cold. You put his foot on the rope. Just bend his knee.
Now just stand him up really quick, slap him around some, and do it again.
They just made it exciting for 1 second, and Seth's still going to win this stupid fucking thing.
Yeah. Rob is like, the Bella twins look less and less identical.
Well, yeah, because one has boobs and the other one is like anorexic.
And then one of them has had their nose broken and reconstructed
That's
their
Nikki.
face.
Nikki's, I think she's just as pretty as Brie, but Brie is still prettier. But Nikki has the better everything else.
Rob is like, no, not Dom to cheat, LOL. So he says Rock versus Roman doesn't need the championship as well, though.
Fact.
Blood says Damian gonna let his contract expire literally in May. He's still gonna have it. Maybe. So if it says CM Punk versus Rollins and Rock versus Reigns, both don't need the championships.
Yep. No, those are both good matches without. And then you can have 4 good matches instead of 2. You know, with titles. Or
True.
important ones. Okay, there's a pedigree. So that's 2 pedigrees. Or, sorry, curb stomp. 2 and 3. That's so dumb. Drew should just leave. Like, I'm out. Seth fetching Rollins.
Sethy Poo. Old Sethy Poo.
They call him Sethy Poo.
So if it says, who does Cody face at Mania now with the Rock back?
That's a tough one, right? Maybe same. Maybe they still do that and The Rock just does Money in the Bank or whatever. Or the one before it, the Elimination Chamber. Or whatever that one is. Whatever's happening in Australia.
Robbie's like, both faces look different. And Sophie says about Roman Russell both nights of Mania.
Have The Rock wrestle both nights of Mania. That old man would have fun.
Blood Knight says, my funny move. If I join WWE, I'm beating you with a microphone. It will be so different because no one has done it.
Right? Get the old microphone like LA Knight used to use when he was Kennedy.
Robbie's like, Seth with a win. All right, everybody. That's the end of Raw tonight. Day 1, as they called it. There was no title changes.
Nor was there expected to be.
The Rock did show up if you're a big fan.
Rocky Movia.
He called out Roman. We all knew that was going to happen at some point. And Seth retained his title. Poor Drew got the shaft.
Yeah, Drew got
Damian thought he was going to cash in, but
he got the shaft
didn't.
first.
So that didn't happen. Anyways, we're not sure if we're going to be back on Wednesday. Just keep your notifications on. If we are, we are. If not, we'll see you guys on Friday for SmackDown. So thanks for joining us tonight for the first Raw of 2024, everybody.
Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. Bye-bye.
Bye.